Channel 1, Channel 1, Channel 1, Channel 1, Channel 1.
It doesn't look that hot. It's not maxing.
Channel 1. Does it...
Maxing is what you need to do.
So that's him. He's redlining.
I know it's not what you need to do, champion. I know. I'm saying it's not doing that.
Well, that's because
I will
I'm
fucking kill you.
It's perfect because I'm able to talk as
fight.
much as I want and not be in a sex.
I
There's
try
no
to
life.
fight.
Kill me.
Oh, this is a big quality podcast right here.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I'm not gonna stab him. He cuts.
You gotta throw it in the middle of them. Come on.
Yeah, if you hand him a knife, he'll cut himself first.
May the odds forever be in your favor.
God, your hand.
Oh,
You got
beat your
fat man
monkey ass.
hands so
He
bad.
doesn't need a knife to hurt me.
That's why I was getting it to you.
I know.
I'm gonna pull his teeth out.
First of all, if I stab
No,
Stuart,
him,
look at the. I'm Stuart.
No, you
Fill
think
it with
about
the good
teeth,
camera.
you know what happens? If I stabbed Austin, it would be
We
the
looked some stuff
equivalent
up
of
real
throwing
quick.
gas on a fire.
Would be.
It just-
I know, that's why I kind
I'm
of wanted to
gonna
watch
tear
it.
him limb from limb.
So the way I start
I
all
make-
fires is with gasoline, by the way.
My bachelor
But
party,
not before I
the last
die.
night when I tattooed everyone, he's like, I'm going to take it easy. And then, I don't know, 2 hours later, he's walking around shirtless, finger in his belly button, drunk as shit. And
We shared
some-
the Batman tattoo.
oh, yeah. For some reason, I either started to choke him out or Austin did. And then Austin's like, well, let me show you how to get out of it. And he's like, okay. And like, or he's on the verge of getting choked completely out. And he's like, not getting out of this.
I wish Justin was here. We're showing him. You ever seen the strike you can do right there in the neck where it makes somebody lock up? And he's like, so I won't do it, but you can do it like right here, right? And it just makes your whole body lock up. He goes, no way. And we're talking about it at lunch today, and I just kind of popped him. He's like, oh shit, no, you do it. It was. I wish he was here because that shit works.
It's called the Judy chop.
It is actually called the Judy chop.
I'm gonna Judy chop you.
I got a half cock Judy right here.
God, your hands are almost the same size now.
Yeah.
One of them
wow.
is is fluid buildup, and one of them is bad decisions.
Salt.
One of them is just
salt.
Yeah,
Functioning
salt.
alcoholism.
Too much sodium in his diet.
I believe this is now becoming an intervention.
Is this everyone?
I mean, it's everyone.
Yeah, we're going.
I'm here for the gangbang.
I think what he's
That's
trying
awkward.
to say is. Fuck, I've lost it.
Oh, I know. It's hard to start these off.
That's when you
I
go.
think what he's trying to say is true love is blind.
True love is
True love is
blind.
blind.
True love is blind.
Love is
Fuck
blind.
it is.
Yeah.
I've been married 3 times. That is not true.
Yeah. No.
Ooh.
It's completely eyes
My
wide
wife,
shut.
my
Was
wife.
a sharp left turn.
I mean,
Do you want to talk about it,
20
Brandon?
years into it, true love might be with the lights off.
Y'all will meet my wife at some point. She's my wife is like the rest of your wives, way out of my league.
Yep. There.
That's how I
there.
know this is the right one. I guess she's out of my league.
Means she accepts you for your uselessness.
Or she needs counseling.
See,
deeply.
all of the above.
Yeah. And also, oh no, carry on. Look at that.
So the past 4 minutes we're not using. One of y'all needs to do an
No, we're gonna
introduction.
use it. So what
Hey
you're trying
guys,
to
this
say
is
true
Brandon
love.
with Stormwater Creek. Thanks for joining us on the podcast.
Record
here
Street.
with, Accufire. We got Abe from Accufire here.
Yeah. CEO.
That's
Cashing
lead
checks.
Oh, boy.
Snapping
Oh.
necks.
Well, actually,
Yes.
if you're cashing checks, you are not with Accufire, so that can't be correct.
It's okay. We cash very few checks. Actually, the term
we
is
write them.
none. So.
Well, it's me, guys. Abe
It's a labor
Bullman.
of love.
You guys might remember from me. I'm on Always It's Sunny in Philadelphia. That's the show I'm on. It's really
Philadelphia?
cool. And I like my cowboy shirt, and it's real big, and I wear small T-shirts because I'm cool.
He's got a point.
I'm uncomfortable.
Ow,
I just really want him to size up in
feel like-
T-shirts.
Well,
Do y'all have Accufire T-shirts?
We did. We will get y'all.
We need to get him 2X.
2X.
Hey, we have
Give me that
4X.
shit like baggy, like
Because you don't have to wear
30 cent.
pants under it then.
Hey, we have a 4X
True.
shirt
So
on.
you can wear your juggalo makeup.
We got a 4X for him.
Hey, grab him that 4X shirt.
Put nothing but the 4X on right now.
Take your pants off right now.
I've already seen you in your underwear, Abe Bowman from Stormwater Creek, so you might as well head and go ahead.
You didn't see me in my underwear.
I did.
You
I saw your. I could tell
you
you.
made me show me your Batman tattoo.
I didn't make you show him. You said show him your Batman tattoo. And I
Yeah,
just
I
grabbed
know.
your
And then
underwear
next time we
to
turn
a T.
around, you're taking
There
your
you go.
belt off.
Completely
Yeah.
naked.
See,
I
look.
just-
Enjoy the action.
You don't even have to wear
Sweet
pants.
dreams in your new Accufire sleeping bag.
Come on. Pack that on.
Dude, that'll hide your little schmeckle.
itself.
You're little, you got room.
That's what you have pubes for.
Holy shit, that fits pretty well.
That ain't far off.
I mean,
Hey, don't let him get in the wind.
Now you just look like a guy who's lost a bunch of weight. And you haven't got new clothes yet.
I got a new gym. I'm on a solid diet of strawberries.
I mean, next time you go to the mountains, though, you can technically wear that over your all your layers.
Yes, is that
System.
a shell?
Yeah, that's your outer layer next time you go to the mountains.
Yes, I can just crawl up into this thing.
Yeah.
I'm like an armadillo or roly-poly.
Hey, tell us who's here with us today.
I think it's best if we all introduce ourselves at this point. Well, the Stormwater Creek crew is here. The Accufire crew is here. And
We
I
got a
think
bunch of
it's-
people from Accufire.
Yeah, there's
Go.
a bunch of people here.
What's your name?
Hi. I'm me.
I'm me.
Hi, me.
It's a me.
It's a me.
I'm a wild.
I say that because I was on this group text the other day with some
Nice.
people, and
Oh,
somebody texted.
this is useless information.
It is, but it's funny. It's relevant.
Yeah.
I doubt
Somebody
that.
texted, "Hey, who's the 817 number?" And the person responded, "It's me." I swear. And I was like,
That's it.
I showed Lauren. I was like, "This is happening right now." This is Austin.
Hi, I'm Brandon from Accufire.
I'm Jordan from the Stormwater Creek podcast.
Pass that microphone to the Lucas.
The Lucas.
You can keep it.
Accufire.
You got
LKO.
you got plenty of slack. You can gank on it. I think.
He's using
And
it.
make sure that switch is on.
Nice. Hey, did you even?
There you go. Yeah.
God, you didn't? Did you?
Like me.
God, come on, dude.
What?
Like you haven't been on podcast before.
You
You're so
done?
mean.
This is all. This is terrible.
Just every time I make a mistake, I have to have to.
Where's the itinerary? What's going on here?
All
Right
right.
there.
Yeah.
All right.
I just-
So 20 times 1 scribble and 12 times 16.
Cause math.
Cause math.
I don't know the top one, and I definitely don't know the bottom one. Can someone change those to plus
I
signs?
believe our next guest can tell us.
You can't get that either.
After Andy.
I can.
Whoa.
12
Everybody
plus
assumes
16.
the Asian in the room can do math. What the hell?
Well,
Can you do math?
I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't.
He's got a
I can't.
computer brain.
So.
Yeah. But yeah, this is Ann Lee with Accufire, and we've got
And Lee is the COO and my partner.
Like that?
Speak Sterling. Speak.
Fire Fist. Speak.
Speak Sterling. My name.
Hey, put it. Hey, one.
Talk to it.
Yeah.
Talk to
Put
it.
it next to your chin.
It ain't gonna
and
bite you.
act- Yeah. There you go. Come on. Your name
Yeah.
and what do you do?
My name's Sterling.
What's your last name?
This guy's hired.
Attaboy. He's
Hey
our
guys,
creative.
he's Sotomayor. He's not Sotomayor. He is Sotomayor.
That's our creative.
Your name's Nudemaker, not Dirt.
Don't you mean dirt boy? Don't try to church it up.
Don't try to church it up.
There are
I'm
two
Andrew Clark
eights.
with Accufire Technologies.
Andrew's been on this podcast before.
He has.
With
Sure
a
have.
different company.
Returning member.
Slut.
He's returning.
Oh, what can I
The
say?
fact that he came back
We like
is,
those.
is quite the
Yeah.
reveal.
Who doesn't?
I'm used to them with a little less facial hair though.
Yeah.
Little less.
Are
Oh
you
my
sure?
God.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried?
No.
Oh,
Next.
I'm gonna let that one go.
Uh,
My name is Abe Bullman, and
Oh,
I live in Rowlett, Texas, and I like ducks, and I drive a truck.
if I wasn't looking at him, I swear it was you.
There's
I
two
know.
of them now.
I know.
I'm kidding. I'm Jared. I'm not you.
You're not Abe. I'm Abe. You're Jared. You silly goose.
All right. Well,
This is productive.
Austin, why don't you
20 minutes later.
why don't you
I'm
get this
creating
car
questions.
moving?
Hey, this is a lot like our project meeting, so I'm used to this.
It's really hard to get airplanes off the ground.
Try building an
Everything
airplane
you
not to
said
jump
didn't
off a
make any
cliff.
sense, and we were all dumber for having listened.
Thank God have mercy on your soul.
May God have mercy on your
I
soul.
award you fewer points.
A simple no would have done.
Great movie.
So Brandon's been on with us before, and Andrew has when he was with other people. What's going on at Accufire?
A lot.
Okay.
Since the last, well, I mean, you think we were talking about this earlier. The first time I met you guys was almost 2 years ago, roughly, right after y'all moved.
How'd we meet? We met through Jackie Parker, right?
Did we meet through Jackie?
Is that how?
Was it Jackie or was it with Rio?
It was,
Was
Rio.
It was
What
Rio.
about
It was
Suzanne?
Suzanne.
Was
yeah,
it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Suze from
Suzanne.
Rio, because
Okay.
I think we started the contest for,
For that dove hunt.
Yeah.
and that was right in the beginning of all that.
Okay.
So that'd have been.
Thank
We
you.
released
a
the
year
last
and a half
podcast
ago.
with you September of 2020.
That was
19.
19.
That was
19. It would have been 19.
Yeah, it was 19. That was the best part. That was the best dove hunt because none of us shot dove. The two people who won
Yes.
Oh.
shot a bunch of dove.
Yes.
So
I shot dove.
you did well.
You dusted
like-
one.
you-
Jesus
you
Christ.
powdered
You
one.
disintegrated that
powdered one,
bird.
yeah.
Sorry for partying.
Paint dove.
At least
You
somebody
can't-
didn't shoot.
You can't eat mist.
No.
Yeah.
It's cool to look at.
Missed meat pie.
No.
Well,
You
thanks
like
for
that?
joining us
Yeah.
tonight, guys. Really appreciate y'all.
Tip your waiters and waitresses. 2 shows a night. Sorry,
Well, it's good.
continue, Brandon.
Glad for thanks for the fajitas. Time to go.
Yeah, exactly.
But no, and then it's been a whirlwind, and then we saw each other at the Texas Trophy Hunter show, right?
Yep.
But from the past 2 years has been a whirlwind, to say the least, for the company of rebuilding it, rebranding, and a ass ton of new products. We since I've seen you guys last, I think right when I saw you with the prototypes of, and I believe they were called the Tangos at the time, and the Tangos and the Echoes, which we changed those to be the Atro, so Advanced Tactical Rifle Optic, and the Evro, the Essential Variable Rifle Optic line. Just to kind of set ourselves aside a little bit more. And the thermal's just been gangbusters, right? The thermal clip-on, it's also a standalone, which we'll talk about in a sec. And then we've released 6 new products since I've seen you last, and we're about to release 6 more in the next 6 months to a year.
What Brandon means to say is, when you saw us last time, we were a little wooden puppet, and now I'm a real boy.
Yeah.
Real boy.
That makes sense.
That's awesome.
Well, Brandon's still a puppet.
So what would you say, because y'all know you have the TR1
When he
and
lies.
the Noctis and all that, would you say Thermal's your flagship? Why's your phone on? That's rude.
Just in case somebody tries to break in, we are in a little bit of a hood type area, so
Red and green.
This place is full of guns.
It's the Matrix.
dude,
That's why I would say no if someone's breaking in.
This would be a terrible place for somebody to break in.
It's like,
I know, but it would be a lot of
The
fun.
difficult thing we would have
Like, they
is
come in,
selecting what we wanted to use.
It finally happened. It finally happened.
You don't move.
Our dreams have come true.
They just look at the corners like, which one do I take?
yeah.
I'm taking the boomstick. The Daniel Defense is going. That's going.
No, I already
Throw
imagine
your
this.
Q
If somebody
thing
breaks
at,
in,
at them, and maybe they'll take it with them.
Oh, wow.
look, all I gotta say
Someone's
is
gonna get strangled with an aux cord tonight, and I don't know if it's gonna be me or Q hater over here.
well, all I gotta say is.
Y'all
it's-
should make a bet, and someone has to get the Q logo.
Ooh, get a tattoo.
Yes.
What's the
We were
bet?
just talking about
Shooting
tattoos
bet?
with you earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Batman.
Hey, best 5 out of 10 at 1,000 yards.
Just say yes.
We
Just
can
say
do
yes.
that. Not,
Oh,
we gotta
okay.
we
I
gotta
get to judge this. I get to judge
whoever
this.
hits the target the most from 1,000 yards.
Yeah.
Spring.
We can do it in the middle of February.
I need to shoot some first.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
That's fair. I'll give you that.
I'm not lying. I
Yeah.
mean,
1,000 yards, I would say. It's not 150.
the adults are.
No. I got a better idea. You guys just end up playing a game of horse.
It's like,
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll go out.
Pistol horse.
No.
No, we'll
Bowling.
play- we'll-
3 games.
You don't
bowling.
want this guy.
This is gonna be like a triathlon. We gotta do bowling, then we gotta do horse, and then we gotta do
How
shooting.
about this? You enter the SAC race, the Sniper Adventure Challenge race in September.
I don't know what that is.
It just you look it up.
It's
If-
awful.
It just listen. You enter that, and if you beat me, I get the Q tattoo. Or no, if you beat me, I'll get whatever tattoo you want. If I beat you, you get a Q tattoo.
What?
It's 48
What-
miles.
it's
What
literally whatever
What
tattoo
industry?
he wants.
What industry?
hold on.
What?
My wife has to approve.
What industry
No,
company
no,
do you
no,
hate?
No.
the
We
most?
can't go through wife approval on this.
I'm
That's
just
the
saying.
fun out of
That's
it.
bullshit.
She had to get that.
He
No,
wants that.
I want
Oh
it.
yes.
I want
wants
that.
that.
Who
tattoo.
doesn't?
I
My
want
wife would divorce me if I got.
No, they get
It was
over it.
better.
They get over it.
Yeah.
It's
Oh
fine.
no! If
My
I
wife
make
is
that
disappointed
face,
every
This
time
one's
I come
pretty
back
cool
from
though.
someplace.
That's too cool.
That's our next Hogorama tattoo.
yeah. So no.
But he has to
We'll
be,
post pictures on the social media.
he has to be all
Sniper Adventure Challenge is 48 miles in 48 hours in the mountains of Wyoming. You get kidnapped at some point, possibly, allegedly, and there's shooting involved. You have to. It's a precision rifle competition.
It's basically a manhunt. I mean, just turn
The most
40
dangerous
hour manhunt.
game,
It's
yeah.
called a manhunt.
Ice-T.
48 miles in 48 hours.
All right, let's go.
Yeah.
September though. Yeah, that's
It's right. It's right in the middle of all the seasons.
No, that's only dove season.
Yeah.
I don't
Just
care.
think about it. Think
We
about
can talk. That might be fun.
it. Yeah.
But so
Stormwater Creek exclusive. Austin Brown has just agreed to the challenge.
Yes. Man,
so
challenge.
we talk about you have your regular standard optics, and you got your tier 1, you got your Noctis. Is your thermal? Would you consider that your flagship now? Is that
I wouldn't consider our flagship. Our flagship is always going to be our Noctis series because what sets us aside. And Lee may or disagree, but I would say the thermal is what has set us apart from the crowd.
Sure.
To show that we can make a thermal that is a clip-on, a scanner, and a standalone for under $3,000 that's not only super freaking accurate, is really good quality.
Hey guys, wanted to talk to you about one of our new partners, Cutting Edge Outfitters. They're one of North Texas's most premier outfitting organizations. They got over 50 years of hunting and guiding experience. These guys are awesome. Kyle and Danny can put you on a great hunt. They can put you up for the night in their magnificent lodge that they have. They are really good partners and supporters of the Stormwater Creek podcast, and we are super excited to have them on board and to partner with those guys moving forward. So make sure you tell them that when you book a hunt with them that you heard about them on the Stormwater Creek podcast, and check them out at cuttingedgeoutfitters.com.
As I thought, I was like, it's money, take that.
I was looking at you. I'm like, this sounds like proprietary information. What are you doing?
Welcome back to this.
Did you sign an NDA?
Accufire commercial.
Yeah. So anyway, you have police departments and departments looking at the Incendus now because it is so accurate and so reliable that they're confident enough that if they have to put on their weapon system that someone's not going to get hurt. Right. You have people who are very high level, former Army snipers or former snipers of different military branches now using our thermal, saying this is what they are recommending while they're teaching is to use our thermal. So I would say it's definitely what set us apart. But what got us to the dance, no matter what, whether we love it, hate it or not, is this
Deadly
goofy
eyes.
looking, deadly, the Noctis V1.
Wow. Did you just
I
break
love-
the tripod?
I love that
You
thing.
just
I
broke
believe
the
so.
tripod.
I just believe, but we've kind of the OODA loop. I think I talked about the observe, orient, decide, act, and Lee had this idea to add this huge, lens on the front of it. So now you have a 30 by 120 spotting scope that we have departments that are major departments in the nation are now wanting to use these for surveillance. We have had departments order these before we even start making them. Wow. So we'll have these by SHOT Show, but we've taken these now to, you can turn it on, you won't be able to see anything inside here, but we took it out to Epic Shoot a couple weeks ago, and Lucas was out there. We know we had 700 yard targets where you actually see the vapor trail, and you can see every impact at 700 yards.
Yeah, we've been having a lot of fun with that. I mean, I took that.
I was wondering what's going on with this.
Well, we saw these companies making these target cams, right? And the dumbest thing I feel like you can do in any situation is hi, I'm going to take a learning device for a person who's just learning to shoot long range,
downrange.
and I'm going to set it downrange
Exactly.
next to the target.
Exactly.
This is going to go really well, guys.
Yeah.
This is going to go really well.
And they're like $1,000.
Yeah, exactly. And they come in these little nifty little charging boxes, and I was like, you know what? Let's just make a spotting scope. That'll do the same thing. So we've been running that thing out. We were doing reliable hits out to 960, and we could see the actual spot impacts from tiny calibers. I was taking a 5.56 out to 960, and it was just, you could see it tag the target every single time. It looked like a little streak,
Hell
but it
yeah.
worked.
And we can, and there's a cool thing. You can come back and review, right? So if you're going out and truing, it's all video. So it's the same thing. It still works at night too, right? It still has the infrared capabilities. So you were able to go out and review your shots afterwards. So if you go out on a hunt or you're doing some long range coyote or prairie dog hunting at night, you can actually watch your shots. So I was like, oh, that was high low. Here's a really killer thing. This is just me as someone who's learning and getting more and more addicted to the precision shooting. All of our reticles are in here, right? So if one of us are up on the scope and one of us are on the spotter, we can say, hey, you're 2 mils high or 1 mil right, and you can actually see where they're hitting based off the exact same reticle you're looking at. Whether it's first focal plane or second focal plane, you can see the exact same thing they are. Which is, to me, when we're out there shooting and putting people on there for these influencer days, it was really cool to be able to say, hey, shoot here, and then you have people making these incredible shots they didn't think they were capable of making.
Yeah, and the other thing about that is it's not just a recording. Recording's nice. I've always felt that recording on optics was something that was just like I feel like it's kind of a fad. That's just my thing. I don't ever record anything that I do. But for teaching purposes, right? It's not the recording that gets me. It's streaming. So anybody with a phone, Android or Apple, right? You can sit there and you can tag into the Wi-Fi on that unit, and you can literally just watch it from your phone. Yeah. And the cool thing about it is for the lazy man like me who doesn't want to...
I'm sorry to interrupt. Is that on all the current Noctises?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
I didn't know that.
but the cool thing about it is you can just set this thing like right beside your gun, and you sit there and you ring a shot and take a look, and you're like, oh, okay, yeah, that was the impact, or no, that's where it was. Yeah. And at first I was really, really complaining about like the delay. Sometimes there's about 50 millisecond lag between that and your phone, depending on how close you are. But the cool thing about it is you have the ability to ring the shot and then look over and still be able to see your impact. Wow. So it's kind of nice, and you can. I always tell people don't put more than 3 on there because you're stretching the Wi-Fi thin at that point.
Right. Yeah.
But everybody gets there, and you can have an instructor behind you looking. You can have a guy on your scope looking, and then you can have a shooter actually looking too, and it's all available for everybody.
Oh wow.
So if you miss, everybody knows, Brandon.
I miss a lot, man. Michael Jordan said you miss, 100% of the shots you don't take.
Michael Scott.
I take a shit ton of shots. Oh, Michael Scott, I'm sorry, you're right.
Michael Scott.
Our ammo bill is high.
Wayne Gretzky, Michael Scott.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Same thing. So I'm trying to get this to come up right now. Somebody's blowing me up right now. But yeah, so all of
What's
our.
his name?
So-
Austin's right here, so.
Why do you, why
Mind
you
your
like
business,
this?
okay?
Why do you like this?
Wait, who went under the table?
Hand check. So yeah, you can hear on here, right?
Oh, wow.
Oh wow, it's getting audio too.
That is a nice little delay.
Yeah.
It's literally like you fire around, you look over immediately, and you're like, boom, ding. Okay, yay.
Well, it was kind of an unintended consequence. Yeah, I turned it off already. Just because it drains. But it's cool. And here's you guys have, we're at our Accufire headquarters, which will be looking. What did you do?
Got you some more batteries.
I know,
Batteries.
I know, but what
They
did
got
you
you some batteries.
What did you do?
Elise was in there and she's like, "Can you turn on bubble guppies?" And so I'm like trying to figure it out on my phone.
All right, guys,
Did you
we are
fix
all
it?
working fathers here. Okay, that is my child. She loves
She's
bubble
awesome.
guppies.
Who doesn't?
And she speaks with a British accent, even though she's totally Chinese and born in Texas, because she watches way too much Peppa
I support
Pig.
this. I do support
Daddy,
this.
I would like some chocolate.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Well, here's the funny when you
super awesome.
when you first this is for everybody. When you first see Ann Lee's name, you're like, all right, what does this say? Ann Lee Shoe, and you meet him, and you expect to meet a lot of things. And this guy walks in, and is like, dude, he's more Texan than I am. He's 6'45", and and you know what this will piss you off more than anything. Shoot a pistol with him, and you're like, dude, what the fuck? Because you'll go out and we actually shot a match together recently,
Because math.
Yeah, because what place we came in doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
We
Well,
can't
now
count
it
that
does.
high.
You
Yeah,
said
it
it
does.
twice.
It doesn't matter. We didn't come in last, right?
That was actually the actual objective of this match. Neither of us had ever shot a match of that type before. We were totally unequipped for that match.
Oh my god.
And I would just like to say I'm about 60 pounds heavier than the last time I shot a match.
Okay.
So this whole walking 20 miles in 3 days garbage doesn't work for fatty old me.
So this is a good time to maybe talk about
I don't
this.
like
So,
walking either,
In
so
the
let's
past,
the
I would say
worst.
3 months, the company's changed a lot. We were able to, Ann Lee and I were able to go shoot this. It's called Competition Dynamics, and it was the Team Safari match in Logan, New Mexico. And what it is this: it's a range that is in. If you haven't been to New Mexico, it's hard to describe it, but right, kind of in the eastern side of the state where there's a lot of just drop-offs and cliff
Anybody
elevation,
else?
right? So you've got 600-yard shots, over these valleys where you've got 20-mile-an-hour winds. Well, Ann Lee and I had no clue. We just heard about this match through some game wardens who actually just texted me.
Let's get Abe another tattoo.
Oh shit,
Dude,
Oh
don't
my
do-
God.
Fucking respect, man.
Dude,
Doesn't take much.
this man
Yes.
just done moonshine and whistle pig together. Holy crap.
Hold on a second.
Look at his hand. This dude doesn't give a shit about anything.
This guy cares. It's gonna be delicious. That's what I do.
Consequences.
Oh my god.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Well, anyway, so we
It's like Christmas.
And just like that, it's gone. Somebody drink out of this.
So good.
I've got 2 more jars in there.
I ain't scared.
So let me back up a little. We went to the 5-state game warden convention. I guess about a year and a half ago. Ann Lee, Jason, and I did. And when we went there, we met this group of guys who kept talking about this Team Safari match. It was all about precision rifle stuff. And Ann Lee started talking to them. We looked into it. We wound up going and sponsoring. It became like title sponsor to this thing called the Team Safari match.
It's now called the Accufire.
It is called the
Team
Accufire
Safari
team,
match.
which is our first title match, and I couldn't be happier. We went with we had 6 shooters there, 2 of them being Army qualified, very high level snipers in the Army. I don't know what we can and can't talk about, so I'm not going to. The other 2 being one of the guy we talked about earlier, who we talked to you about his name's Ting. My name Ting. We talked about him earlier. So Magpul
What
heavy.
was it? I'm sorry.
Why do you sing that?
Did I miss this
My
one?
name, Ting.
Abe likes to beatbox.
Yeah.
No.
Do it. Do it.
So.
That's all I can do.
Oh
Na, 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 na.
I'm the colonel of this mother. So they shot in it, and then Annalie and I, and we, it was so. So that being said, all these guys are prolific shooters, and they came in the middle of the road. This thing was hard. I went with the 18-inch 308 with 20-mile-an-hour crosswinds. It just shit wasn't happening. And you're making 600-yard shots. I did make a 725-something yard shot at the very end with this gun that was 25-mile-an-hour crosswinds over. It's like, there's no way you're hitting. He goes, "Oh shit, impact!" I'm like, "You're just as surprised as I am."
Hey, no. I'm taking a little bit of credit for that. I told you hold 1.1 mils for that.
Oh, it was so. And if you're not, and this is for me, I'm new to long distance shooting, right? But I'm telling you, that's why I've got that big 30-pound guns in the corner right now. It is addicting and it's fun because you sit there and you can take that shot and watch your bullet trace. And the more the wind's blowing, the cooler it is because you're shooting way over and you see the bullet, and also you see that still move. You're like, oh, it feels good. I mean, we got Lucas for the first time on a 600-yard shot. It feels good, doesn't it?
Yeah, man, it was awesome. That wind, it was crazy.
Yeah,
4 in a row to your wind calls were money, man.
Yeah, he was holding way. I mean, you're holding. So if you're looking at a target right here, right? I mean, if we're on the target, I mean, you're aiming on the other side of that wall to shoot, and that thing's just curving, right?
Yeah.
And that's not including what you've already dialed. So, and our scopes for what they do for the turrets we've designed and the reticles are really good for these competitions. And Lee and another guy that shot in that competition went to one here locally and just smoked. And this was a police and some civilians only. Dude smoked a bunch of local sniper
Long
teams, like
distance
SWAT,
shooters,
no SWAT teams with our scope because it's made specifically for this. So
You ain't shit.
yeah,
You
right.
ain't shit.
So we're kind of diving headlong into this precision stuff.
Okay, I'll tell you this much. Okay, I wouldn't say smoked because I'm a fat sack of crap and a dumpster fire when it comes to actually working out. So I'll tell you this much. The only reason I don't feel that lazy in that entire thing is because our creative guy, credit to him, okay? Look at him. That's a big boy, okay? He trekked the entire thing with us. We trekked 10 stages in 1 hour and 59 minutes. And we trekked 10 stages.
Put him
and
on
this
the
guy
mic
the
again.
entire time
Put the
would sit
mic
there
up.
and
Come
just-
on, let's hear from you. Say something
Come on,
to us.
come on,
Come
Sterling. Tell us about. All you could hear was him breathing
Sterling,
in the mic the whole time.
hold up to your face.
You haven't been hiking with this guy,
Right
yeah.
now, all I'm hearing is a great.
Dude, Sterling, you're worse than Ting. My name's Sterling.
So here's the thing about Sterling. He is somehow or another 15 and 95 at the exact same time. Hey, if you start laughing and you don't hold that microphone up to your face, I'm going to airsoft the shit out of you. If y'all haven't noticed, see all the airsoft damage in here? We cleaned up the airsoft damage. Hey, grab the deer. Somebody grab the deer. Right there.
Yeah,
It is a picture of a deer, just to be clear.
Allegedly.
The way that makes sense.
Allegedly.
Go grab the carcass in the garage.
His
Then
name's
we use it
Reggie.
with airsoft. No.
Let's be honest. Is a bit of a stretch.
He doesn't have a name?
He did. He's no longer. He's faceless.
Oh, fair enough.
There's no identity left
Oh, yeah.
on this poor thing.
That thing's done.
Yeah. So that's But here's the thing too. So we started the first airsoft we got was because when you take guns to shows, it's kind of a pain in the ass, right? Also for Amazon, it doesn't have an orange tip on it. You can't use anything on it. So we started using airsoft, and then somebody dives headlong into stuff, and he's got this belt-fed freaking gas system that sounds
I have
like
no problem
dude. It
admitting
sounds
this.
like a moth fart.
Airsoft's pretty cool, man.
Oh, dude, we're
Hey,
addicted.
on it.
Hey, you
don't
guys want to go
half-ass
airsoft?
anything.
Sure.
Okay,
I got a
so,
hospital we
okay,
can go
yeah,
to.
we're all doing
I'm
this.
down, dude.
Stormwater Creek
I'm
versus
just letting you
Accufire.
guys know,
100%
though,
down.
when you guys see me with all the stuff, I'm just going to say this one time. I don't half-ass anything. I whole-ass everything, okay? I'm just letting you guys know this.
Hey, so
You've
let's
been
do it.
warned.
So the old hospital in Jacksboro, we can go out there and train.
Okay.
Train, we talking about just
Hey.
murder each other.
Shooting each other.
Brandon, they turned on me immediately.
Oh, I got scars from somebody in this room. That guy
Remember
right there.
that one part in The Wizard of Oz?
Full
When
auto
the
from
monkeys
ear to
turned
ear.
into
Dude, I'm
scarecrow?
talking, just it was great shooting.
It was 2 3-round bursts, and you didn't say anything
What
the
happened?
first
Damn it!
time.
What did we miss?
Pretty solid Step Brothers quote.
You remember that one part in The Wizard of Oz when the monkeys tore apart the scarecrow? That's what it was like.
That's good.
Let it rip, Tater Chip. There you go, Luke. That's your job. Catch that cackle.
And he's like the little kid who's getting when he's spraying him with the hose and Billy Madison, I don't even know you, mister.
Oh, that's what
Dude, oh, a little hot there. But we are diving headlong into the precision side of things, and the cool thing about that is, kind of putting that over to the hunting side. Some of the shots we've taken on pigs in the off season, or I say off season. So you were talking about this earlier. You asked me if I got to hunt anymore. I haven't been deer hunting because I spend most of, or we spend most of this season, really working on getting sales and marketing and all that stuff. And then when I get excited about, as soon as deer season's over, I'm like, all right, it's time to go put in the work. Now we get to go have fun. That's when, and Leon, because as far as meat and stuff like that concerned, we'll take elk hunts and stuff like that for meat hunts. But dude, as soon as deer season's over, it's go time. It's time to just go and kill as many pigs as possible and try to win that big pot this year in that hog contest.
Get after it.
Be over $100,000 this year.
The thing is like, so
Get
I've
after
never
it.
been much of a deer hunter to begin with. So the problem is all the guys like to hunt and they like the venison and stock their shit.
Yeah.
I prefer very much the go out at night, grab your thermals, grab your nods,
Yes.
roll up on a group of pigs 400 yards out, get out of your truck, stalk up to 50 yards, and then drop as many of those SOBs as possible. So that's what we do all the time, but that's why I enjoy that. So
It's a lot more fun.
and then Brandon also gets to play with my PBS 31s from time to time.
Yeah, I don't like those as much.
What do you mean you don't like those? You wouldn't take them off your head because you're like, I can drive with these.
I can drive with them.
I
don't like
The best
them.
thing about
I don't
those,
like 'em-
they're
I don't
not
like them
that
because of all the
noticeable in
zeros in
your
that
face.
price tag.
We were talking earlier, and I said I'd really like double set of PBS 14s that go to 31s. Like,
Yeah.
there's a difference there.
Yeah. One of
the
these
difference
days.
is epicness.
Yeah. Yeah, and also
And that's
White
translated to
phosphorus
zeros.
31s.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. But there's multiple zeros.
Anybody who listens to this podcast should donate
Yeah.
to the PBS 31 fund.
Go fund
You'd
it.
have a solid $2.
Hey man,
PBS 31.
if you get every listener to donate 50 cents, you'd have 50 cents.
Thank you. Thanks.
Sad.
Thanks, Mom.
Thanks, Mom.
Mom, can you send me another check for gas?
Can you send me $12? That way it sounds like somebody listens to us.
I gotta buy beer next time.
Yeah.
So what's on the horizon? You
A
said
lot.
there's a bunch of stuff coming.
Yeah,
It's
so
time to shine.
and here's so one of
What can you share?
well, we can share a lot of things, but one of the problems for
Close enough to SHOT Show. I mean,
yeah, but one of the problems with Ann Lee and I, we're both drivers or dreamers or however you want to say that, right? So we come with a lot of ideas, and the cool thing about it is that we have the capabilities to come up with ideas, bounce them off each other, bounce them off the team, and then we can send them to kind of our manufacturing and say, hey, look, let's what can we do here? And then we get some 3D prototypes, and so in the horizon, in the immediate horizon, you're gonna have pistol and rifle reflex sights. We will have a new thermal, the 640 core thermal that is audio streaming, all the bells and whistles, everything everybody wants in one. That's of course not even close to the same price point. TR2, which there were some things about the TR1 that just drove me bonkers. Mostly the zoom, one button control. So the TR2, we don't have a TR1 here. It's going to be built like a traditional scope. You're going to have a cattail for zoom, right? So if you want to reach out there, and there's going to be a power button. So there's a lot of things that it's going to look a lot more like a traditional scope is what we're kind of aiming for. And then we've got our Prio series coming out. So we've got this is our Atro series with our my favorite scope of ours.
So I'll tell you the guys this much. So when it comes to the traditional rifle scopes, that's probably what I play with the most. And I'll tell you this much: there's not a competition you can't win with our scopes as they stand right now. But one of the things is that we came in on kind of like a median level. What we wanted, it has everything you would need to shoot competitively at the highest level, but it comes in at a relatively inexpensive cost because there's all these production level
Classes.
divisions and stuff
Yeah.
like that in all these matches, and we wanted to make sure we could fit that, right? And one of the things is like when you go to our Atro series, right? The biggest praise we always get is, holy crap, this scope actually tracks. Like dead nuts on the money, right? And everybody else goes and buys a lot of the other stuff out there, and they're like, oh, well, it's a little bit off here, it's a little bit off there, when you're sitting there cranking your scope back and forth on your turrets all day long, but you want your zero to be zero.
Yeah.
And the problem with a lot of these guys is they go back to zero, and they're like, oh, well, maybe I'm like 3 inches off now, right? And then the problem is 3 inches one day turns into 6 inches the next day, which turns into like God knows whatever, right?
Yeah.
So they're sitting there spending money re-zero. Our turrets are dead nuts on, like, Every guy that we've had test independently, whether in the military, police, or otherwise, they look at that and they say, you know what the most impressive thing is in this entire scope is? those stupid turrets are just dead nuts accurate, and they're loud. Like we were in a match, I told Brandon, I was like, "Go 10th mil," and he goes, "Click, click," and I was like, "That's 2/10. Go back one."
Well, we had the guys who were ROing us said, "Dude, I knew what you were dialing based off," and he was 20 feet mean. I mean, that's
You can hear it.
yeah, that's the thing about it. And you're good.
But solid clicks is so nice.
Yeah.
The squishy turrets are the worst.
Yeah,
You see-
I hate the whole ending up in the middle of a click or something
Yeah,
like that by accident.
absolutely.
A lot of people, I mean, and then you're wondering like, do I squish left or do I squish right? That you don't really have that problem in our Atro. And then so, the cool thing about it with that as is, I loved it. Now we're rolling into our Prio line, which should be available about mid next year in full production. And the Prio line is probably gonna, it's gonna change the expectation level a little bit for the quality of scope, for the value of the scope, and then also for what you're getting, just the sheer capability out of it. So, running the Atro right now, you can win anything. Wanting the Prio, you can win anything and look pretty.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you can't tell, someone's a nerd behind the shit, and I want to make it look good. So the Prio line is going to look like nothing you've ever seen as far as scopes, as far as the aesthetics of it. And that's, I mean, you and I have talked. I care a lot about how things look, and that's why our stuff looks. I mean, I keep looking at that picture over there because it's freaking sexy, man. I just love.
He's staring at a picture of himself behind Austin.
Yeah.
We'll post that later.
Freaking hate that picture so much. And
He's like, it looks sexy.
I'm
Just kidding.
shooting.
look at me go boom.
This one's better than that one.
Yeah.
So these two pictures are what's on our trailer right now.
Yeah.
But
That would
I
look
imagine
like you guys
the
were
noise you're
like
making
that.
there's
instant
like
regret on that decision. But it was the cool thing about this.
Lucas
These are
is
great
thinking about
photos.
that
This is actually our property. This is in Jacksboro.
Yeah.
This was for an Oakley photo shoot, so they turned out really cool. But it be what it be. Models are expensive, and
Absolutely.
some of these guys are ugly.
All right, so I have a question as a
Poor
complete. Oh man, I feel for you, Sterling. I am Sterling.
Okay, in all fairness, like,
Dude,
so Sterling,
that's the shirt. I am Sterling.
I will say this
Hashtag I
much.
am
Look,
Sterling.
we rag on Sterling a lot.
It's no,
This
more,
guy,
it's no more free Taco Bear. It's free Sterling, dude.
Free Sterling.
we rag on Sterling a lot, but all of the creative stuff pretty much comes from him. And then the other part about this is like our catalogs and everything. We do that all in house.
Yeah.
So
No,
any
we
mis-
don't do shit in house. Sterling does it. Hey, Sterling.
yeah,
hey,
Ster-
Sterling. What time did you get here this morning?
About 5:30.
Yeah. Sterling, how old are you?
I'm 21.
Yeah. Where'd you work before here?
I worked at the Lego store.
Yeah. Hey, what color hair did you have when you started working here?
We called him the Blue Meanie.
I had blue hair.
Yeah.
Which was a horrible.
Did you
decision.
make him dress up as Blue Meanie?
Well, no, I'm still convinced somebody gave him a swirly, one of those blue toilets, you know?
Oh.
And
Hey,
that's
where's
what he ended
JP?
up
Why didn't
with.
you bring JP in today?
Because I broke it again.
God, he drives a 4Runner. Looks like a Jurassic Park 4Runner. He's done the entire. So this kid, I mean, he's a fucking loser, but I'm so glad we have him. You know, he's the most talented
I don't
guy.
even think
I'll
you're
say
that
this
mean to
much.
hate.
He puts in-
We love you, buddy. It's
See?
okay. It could be worse.
It could be worse.
I smell friends.
Hi, Sterling.
I'm helping.
But here-
I'm
hey, but-
Ralph
Do, y'all,
Wiggum.
do they physically?
You don't understand
Yes,
though.
yeah.
Sterling is like the biggest trooper out of all of us because he's not like holding to the whole hiking athletic thing too much, and we have him follow us on these matches, and they're not easy because I mean we keep pace with these guys, and he's just behind us, and we got videos out there you can hear him just breathe in the background the whole time. But he makes it all the way.
I'm really fat, man. The compliment in
But
there,
he's
though,
been
is that you're-
upgraded. So when we
you're
started off,
keeping up
he's
the
been
entire
upgraded.
time.
So
Okay,
when we started
yeah.
off, he started carrying all the stuff for a lot of our shows, and I nicknamed him Donkey. So
He's
for the
had a
longest
lot
time,
of nicknames, few of them being Sterling.
but the one that stuck the most now, the one that stuck the most now. Last time we went out to go shoot at the match, he was sitting there and he was jamming mags and everything like that at the Competition Dynamics match. The whole time he was just helping us carry everything, and he goes. Out of nowhere, Josh, who's one of the other guys that shoots with us, he was my partner for the 63 police match. He looks over at Sterling and goes, you have a good squire. Good squire. So now,
Well, I started learning patterns and like what y'all do, so like I'll just start doing whatever you need at
That's
that
like-
moment.
that-
And
he's
so
like-
I just,
that's solid.
He's evolving.
Super awesome, man.
That's
And
respectable.
if he wasn't in here, I would say more, but
he's like a Pokemon, okay? He evolves.
he's
There's a laugh.
There it is.
He's a Pokemon, I'm telling you. He's
oh no,
evolved.
hey bro, that's just the beginning. It goes to full on Betty Rubble, and I cannot wait to hear it.
Oh, he turns purple too.
Yeah.
And then he looks like the Grimace.
Yes, but
Goes
I mean,
from-
to find someone.
guy's like
this
10
is the thing for us.
characters.
Creatives is you guys know, it's like for catalogs and all this stuff. Creative is paramount.
tough,
Like
yeah.
it's constant. Like new packaging, you have to constantly. The poor guy. I mean, he could work harder, but he works really hard.
Damn.
He does what he's told, and
That was
he
like
does
a
it well.
slap and
Good
a
job,
cop
Squire.
wire.
It's always backhand.
No, no. Here's what.
The
When the guy
compliment always comes with a backhand.
when you try to beat everybody to work and you can't do it, it's frustrating. But it's also as a leader, you freaking love it. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, also I've got a 2.5 hour drive to work.
You
It
guys
seems
need to
like
get him
it's
a-
an hour and a half, but
A vest that says prospect on the bottom.
that's the smartest thing I've heard all day.
Saying.
But then
I
I
could
gotta,
be on the creative team too.
You can be the manager.
don't.
He'll turn on
He'll
you
be the
please
tattoo
immediately.
artist.
Hey, please don't stress him out because he'll stay all night. He'll work until like 4 a.m. then come back at 4:30. If you stress him out by him losing his job, he's gonna be freaking out.
Yeah,
I cannot go back to
Wait,
Lego.
wait, wait.
I cannot go back
You
to
don't have a
Lego.
cot here already? You don't sleep here?
I do
Oh, shit.
sometimes. Dude, the couch is actually pretty comfortable.
I get deadlines for projects, and so I have to like
Live here.
just do it. you
I'm
know?
a slave driver, man.
I've been here.
I'm not gonna lie. He's the one that gets shot by the airsoft guns, probably the most human
Him-
target wise. Okay?
Justin
He gets
Justin
shot.
gets it pretty bad too.
Well, Justin gets pretty bad because he annoys me when he says something dumb.
He does too.
Then again,
Annoys you
I do the
whenever
same
he
thing to
walks in the
Sterling.
door.
But the funny thing is about him is Justin will be like, "Oh God," and he'll run. This guy will look at you straight up like Ralph and Simpson and be like, "I'm in danger."
Oh my god.
And he looks like a 45-year-old
later,
Jewish
Sterling.
mom, which is I love it. You know?
See? It's just all full circle.
Franklin, take your vitamins, all right? Gotta make sure you're good for school tomorrow.
You can start calling,
There's a
There
There it is.
you can start calling him Abe, and we can start calling Abe Sterling. We can just swap.
I don't know who that's more insulting to, but we should
Neither.
do
We
it.
like them both.
That's true. We can't.
There's
We,
nothing.
here's what I
I
know
would
for a
never give
fact.
up
We
my
would
Abe.
creatively we would not be where it was right now if not for Sterling.
Yeah, I give him credit. That man works his soul away for us, and you know.
But he's still real stupid sometimes.
God, yes.
Feel ya.
But it was part. I
Oh,
can't
God.
say anything. I'm probably I do the dumbest shit of everybody in this company, so I can't really say anything. It
Yeah.
is what it is.
Well, my favorite thing is like whenever we have to have meetings to come up with something, and y'all are like, "Oh, we'll call it the Surlo or the Atro," and I'm over there going like, "Why don't we just name it after a stormtrooper?" I think we should do Star Wars references.
That's usually
I
followed
think we
by
should
us
do-
shooting him repeatedly
That's
with
why
airsoft guns.
Go get the airsoft gun
Yes.
right now.
It's like telling your kid, go pick which airsoft you want to get shot with.
Go get the switch.
Yeah.
if I don't
Bolt,
like it,
gas,
I'm gonna hit you
CO2, it's your
twice.
choice, but you're taking this one.
And we look back up on the monitor where he's like writing all this stuff down, and we've got like 20 ideas. None of us mentioned. He's all like, first order, this, that. I don't get it.
I work in the background.
He's learning.
That's proactive. Good on
And
you.
also, I do
Good
feel
on
bad.
you.
I do owe him a
Summer
21st
preferences
birthday
are
redo
awesome.
because he turned 21 in
I'm with
Vegas.
ya.
I bought him one drink, ate some pizza. I'm like, bro, I'm going to bed. I felt kind of bad about
That was very disappointing because we're in Vegas whenever the day I turned 21, and they're like, "Let's go to the strip. Let's go be crazy in this." And I'm like, "Okay, I've never done that. I don't want to do that." And I start drinking a little bit, and then we go down, and we get to the end of the strip,
This
and
is
they're
what
like,
needs
"Oh,
to happen.
pizza,
is
we're
you need
done."
to take this man under your wing. Show him the way. Abe.
Yes.
Yeah, show him how to be a
Like I
trash.
said, he's a Pokemon. He's not
I
even
can at
full
least
form
level
yet.
you up
Dude.
one level. That's about it. That's all I got in me.
Well, for being a trash human being, you
Oh,
take him on
that
several.
I can. Yeah.
Oh, he's there. You're good.
Yeah.
Just take him next level of that. But yeah, I did. But you know what? We're not gonna go down because I bought you the biggest Jack and Coke we could find, and then
Like the football
this
plastic
dominatrix.
drinks. Yes.
Never do you see someone on the strip. Like usually the ones on the old strip, you're like, please stay away from me. This one I was like, dude, go over there. He goes, I'm not drunk enough for that. There was like this much left of this much of it, and he's like, I'm not drunk. I was like, "But this shit ain't happening tonight then.
Hate him
Well, and
that
also I
liquid
forgot
face.
he's Andre the Giant size.
Well, so I
the
mean,
parties.
well, we did the same thing to get him to get that number of his mating call with the girl from
What was her name?
Mexico.
No, you know what?
No,
Don't
we're not
do
gonna-
that.
we're
Don't
not
do that.
gonna-
She's underage.
I just know there was like some sort of weird
Just
dolphin
joking.
echolocation there.
Edit that out.
But it was
Commercial break. Commercial break.
You need a button.
I had to literally shove this guy out of my car. You have any idea how much that takes to shove this guy out of your car after doing that much hiking for 2 days? Like, we were sitting there, and it was. I will say this much:
Oh,
I punched
that's
him,
fun.
and I was like, "Ooh, you're soft on the knuckles too."
They just beat his ass all the time. That's what we do to you, man.
Hey,
You
know
all
his
about
favorite
love.
thing though is warm hugs. He loves hugs. No,
No, I hate that with a passion. Like, I
Shoot me
love
the
that.
airsoft.
Dude,
Shoot me the airsoft.
when he's annoying me, I'll go up and give him the biggest hug. He's like, "Why is this happening?" I was like, "You feel happiness. It's okay."
It's okay. These are feelings. You have to let
It's
yourself
all
feel
out of
them.
love, you two. It's all out of love.
Brandon's
I
just
know.
like, go with it. Go
Yeah.
with it.
No, but
Oh yeah.
it's been
Rape.
Well, I think last time someone said.
Sorry, people. A hyena got into the office. There it is. Yeah. That's our new intro. That is our new intro.
Rape and then the giggle.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's okay. It's
I knew it.
That could be like an end card.
I told you. I told you he had to be in here.
Brought to you by
Abe gave up.
Sterling, I need you around more often, my friend.
Because all the focus is on him.
Fantastic.
Bingo.
See, it was funny when Justin's here. Like Sterling reflects all of this onto Justin with 10 times the amount of hate, and it's even more funny.
Fuck that guy.
Yes.
Well, he just
We
informed
call
me
them the ambiguously
It's
gay
like you and
duo.
Michael.
Yeah.
Oh,
for sure,
yes.
No doubt.
Well, he just showed me. He told me the
Duo.
best nickname for Justin. I was sat there and he told her, and it's like, the other Justin is he's about this tall and always wears a hat, and he's like, he's not Asian. He doesn't sound Asian at all.
He's
but
British.
He's
From Hong Kong.
Dude, he wears Levi's and cowboy boots every single freaking
Knows
day.
more country music than I do.
Yeah, I know.
And he's a duck hunter, by the way. Which
Yeah.
I don't like. He's not
Something.
here tonight. He's got to go to dinner with his family. Or else they turn his gas card off or something like that. I don't know.
We sat there,
I'm just joking.
and this guy
Dealing
turns
with
around.
family, or they turned his gas card off. One of
No,
those.
he had to go to dinner with his family, or they were going to turn his gas card off.
Oh.
That sounds like him.
He's
Fair
still
enough.
wearing the shirt. I love it. He's still wearing the fucking shirt.
Why would he not?
He likes the shirt.
He
He's
doesn't wanna
embraced
get
it.
hurt.
Collar's popping out. You're like this is grandpa outfit shit right here. You gotta get your collar out of there.
I like to be classy.
You do look classy.
Yeah, dude.
We need a collared
Don't be
version of that
jealous.
shirt
I'm
now.
not.
Yes, you are.
We have another 4X. Would you like another 4X?
Yeah,
Then
put
we
a
have to
4X on.
put it on him and they run into each other and turn into station.
Oh, that 4X shirt needs to be our get along shirt.
Oh my god,
put
yeah,
him
y'all
and
both
Justin
get in
in it.
there.
We could fit him and Justin in
No,
it.
we cannot fit him and someone
He's like
in that.
memory foam. Justin will melt to him.
Yes.
It's the best podcast.
He didn't like that one. You are.
A get along shirt.
The problem is it's too
Genius.
close to a warm hug.
That's
Yeah,
no, but
it is.
that's why it's so much funnier. Because Justin might actually like it. Justin loves warm hugs.
So, if I wanted to start shooting precision,
Awkward transition.
Good job, Abe.
We're sitting here drinking, trying to get along and have fun.
I'm taking over this podcast now.
yeah, let's get this thing back on track.
No, but so we
It's
talked
like
about
saying, like, how do I build an airplane?
How do I build
one
an
piece at a
airplane?
time.
How do I build a mini jet boat?
No, what would I?
Don't derail this.
Oh, I know. I like
So,
continue.
Your obsession with boats is just
So,
beyond amusing to me at this point because you're just like,
I'm gonna buy
I want
a
a
boat.
skiff, I want a solo skiff,
Alright.
I want a mini jet boat. You have
Hey, we're
Been
trying to
around
talk
the
about
God.
precision shooting.
see, Abe, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you a little. I'm gonna tell you how to do this transition because lawyer and all. I'm gonna tell you right now. Rifles and boats don't get along, but rifles on land, if you want to do precision shooting,
Yeah.
see what I did there, guys?
dude professional.
That's right.
That's why you're in charge here.
Epic.
See,
Bullshit.
Abe? Be better.
I'm trying.
Nah. To answer your question.
Sterling, are you taking notes?
No, he does not.
Wait a
Look at
minute,
him.
flush,
He's
Abe.
trying to mess with somebody now, huh?
Hey, do you
Look
see
at this wise guy.
if you don't see post-it notes in his hand, he's not
No,
taking
he's not
notes.
taking
Oh God, he's the king of post-it notes.
Yeah.
Well, by Keith. Let's carry
Anywho.
on.
But now, if you're gonna do,
I can give him a post-it note tattoo. It'll just be a real squiggly square.
What?
All right, carry on.
Oh, that's what we could do. Shirts with dope cards with the post-it notes.
Brilliant.
I told you, man. I want to do all the dope for my shooting partner's rifle on my back, and then he's gonna do all the dope on my shooting rifle.
For those of you who are not precision rifle shooters, by dope he means the calibrations in his scope,
okay.
not dope like drugs or off of his
Why
partner's
can't it
back.
be both?
Dope on her partner's back.
I'm in.
The weed pot.
I knew you would. Let's refer to our lawyer.
So
This is Stormwater Creek After Dark. Talking about dope now.
on
Nah.
the podcast, I guess
So
everybody.
what were you asking?
Just for somebody who was just like, I guess what would I do to get into this thing, right?
Yeah.
So what do I need?
Point
Obviously a gun and a scope and some bullets.
Hey, we grabbed the Ruger
Yeah, the
precision
bullets
rifle.
being the most
Or I'm
expensive
sorry,
part these
I'm
days.
sorry. I need a gun, a rifle.
Hey, Jason,
a
get in here,
scope,
man.
and some shells.
So
Come sit in here. No, come on, dude. Just for a second. Just come on for a second. Just hop on. I want you guys to meet Jason and Rix real quick.
Hello. Hello.
Hey,
Jason.
and then I'll talk to you about this precision rifle setup, and I'll get a lot of flack for it, but we'll talk about it. So Jason Rix is the guy who, for 2 years that we've been kind of running this thing, has been kept the day-to-day running. Any order that's gone out, Jason's got it. Anybody that's called in, Jason's fixed it, and he hates being in the public eye, so I wanted everybody to say hi to him.
Hi.
Hi.
Jason.
Did you get the gun fixed?
I did.
What was wrong? What was the issue?
It was so stupidly easy.
Yes,
Karate
what?
chop it.
Of course you do.
And I'm serious.
Judy chop.
I told you
The
to
Judy
whack
job.
it with something.
You did. I mean, you just whacked it with your good hand.
Yeah,
You're strong.
That's
Why his
Some-
hand
Take the
is
strong hand.
If somebody would have bought a rubber mallet for good measure now, but your rubber mallet fixed this thing right up. I said,
Someone
did
take
say
those
that.
from him.
Huh?
You're playing with
he's-
it.
Oh, he's fine. It's a fidget toy. It's fine.
Fidgety.
It's a grown man fidget toy.
if
Open
he
your mouth.
doesn't,
Well, so it's
That's it.
working.
Open your
Good to
mouth.
go.
You can pull the fake ones out.
if he doesn't
your mouth,
if he
that's it.
doesn't have that in his hands, there's gonna be something else he plays with,
So-
and he'll start
Hey,
unplugging.
Hey, so
things.
here's the thing I'll tell you.
Move
So,
closer to Brandon.
and
Take that
for,
away from him, see what happens.
and for kind of the guy, my team, the Accufire team here. So the thing about Stormwater Creek that's cool, they're called your podcast is for adult onset hunters.
Yep.
Most of us, except for Ann Lee and Lucas and you two, I guess. Oh, actually, okay, me and Jason, we're all adult onset shooters, right?
Yeah.
So we started doing precision rifle and hunting. So Andrew and Lucas are hunters, right? They grew up hunting. My family weren't big hunters. They just like we talked about. I'm an adult onset hunter. Say I'm a competitive shooter, like I'm almost 40 to start shooting now and really fall in love with it. And Jason and I starting to, Jason's getting
What the
involved with
fuck
it too.
are you doing? Oh
just
my
looking over
god.
and all of a sudden he's just like,
How bad is your ADD on a scale of 1 to?
He's got 80 of them.
7.
Yeah.
Continue. I'm
Yeah.
not bothering anybody. Mind your business.
I wasn't bothered by it.
Go on,
It was
get
the rest of the
See?
gaggle.
See? It's you people.
Give me
For
this.
everybody at home listening to this,
Hey,
in
when are
their
y'all gonna
car,
go to video?
I don't know.
We can't.
I
We
barely
need
got
that
this
our-
together.
All you gotta do is put a camera up there and show everybody the stupidity that's going on in here, and people would watch that probably because there's a lot of
and
it
it would
going
get
on.
banned in a heartbeat.
Facts.
Where would we post it? Yeah.
Here,
So-
Your mom
you can
does.
imagine what's going on.
So Jason will be a good, representation of what you would need to get into the precision rifle. So this, and that's why I kind of wanted Jason to come here and talk about this. So this right here, what I saw was ingenuity. What y'all saw was stupidity. So
Use a
move
pair
on.
of channel locks to take a quart top off of a whiskey
Did it
bottle.
work,
Yes.
Abe?
Hey,
Did it
we're
work?
talking
It
about
did
something
work.
else. We're
So
talking about
this
something
is
else.
in front of me. Does anybody know what this is?
See,
Besides a
Sterling?
beautiful piece of
Don't worry,
artwork.
you're not alone. There's a support club. I'll get
This
you
is a
number
Ruger
for it.
precision rifle.
Abe, shut the fuck up.
Sparkle.
It is a
cannon.
boomstick. I'm gonna start pistol whipping people.
It's the Miss
Thank
2000.
you.
We're trying to get Abe to shut up over here.
Hey, don't you have a mute button?
Turn
Why
that
is he
mic
in control of the buttons?
Because I'm the
They
only
don't
one.
need
That,
to be. They don't need to be touched. It's fine.
Okay. Well, I'm saying somebody could just like beep.
When he messes with him during the podcast, he's trying to look like he knows what he's doing.
It really doesn't do anything.
Understood.
I think actually.
So
I can get the airsoft
Oh my
gun
god,
if you
there's
guys
the
wanna-
wailing woman's
Hey,
back.
It's kind of like
spelling
a
is
who
fine.
gun.
invited Nana
Yeah.
back? All right. So this is a Ruger precision rifle. You asked what you need to get into it.
Yep.
Excuse me.
That'll do the trick.
So the Ruger precision rifle, you can get out of the box for about $1,500. This is a 308. Good thing about 308 is it's widely available ammo.
No, it's not. Not
Yeah, it is.
anymore.
Bass Pro's full of it today.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to Bass Pro. See you guys later.
I'm literally.
Yeah, everyone's stocked up again, yeah.
As far as the ammo goes for precision rifle, it's going to be widely available as opposed to 6mm or other ones, right? 308 you can find.
300
You,
PRC.
yeah, 300 PRC. The freaking
Whoever's got
hate.
that is.
That's
hate cannon.
Jason's over there. That's the hate bringer. But
It's nice.
Do work.
oh, dude, that thing, I love that thing. But anyway, so the thing about this, we've got about 4,000 or 5,000 rounds to this exact setup right here. I shot 10 to 15, I guess, local matches with this, doing PRS matches. So all in, all said, $1,500 gun. I think the mounts were $200, and then our scope was $11.99, right? So for basically $3,000, which sounds like a lot, but I mean, I've made 1,500-yard shots on this, and it's phenomenal. I mean, and there's nothing you can't do with this. So this has basically become our trainer gun because it is really good. I just got the Daniel Defense 6.5 Creedmoor finally last week, so this is going to Jason, and he's going to shoot this barrel out, and we're going to probably put another 308 barrel in there. So, that's what,
You're not gonna shoot out that barrel. It's been a long time.
that's what I'm saying. So that's, 4,000 rounds in a year and a half, 2 years
Ain't
is,
that hot.
yeah. And that's the thing. But so Jake, coming from someone who doesn't shoot, what do you kind of think about the using this scope, using the Atro 20 and the reticle and stuff like that for someone who's not a shooter? Or I say a shooter, you've always been a shooter, but a competitive long range shooter.
I get the question. Man, it makes it easy. That first time we took that out there to the range, and I think Ann Lee walked us out to 800 yards. Yeah, it makes it,
Was that over Brandon's?
No, that was at Triple C.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Right before the shutdown,
Yeah, I was about to say, didn't they shut down?
unfortunately. Ruined all of our lives.
Yep.
Hey, but that's okay though, because we're building a gun range in Jacksboro, Texas, to take place of that, hopefully in the near future.
Where's that? Like by Lubbock, right?
I think it's
Pretty
just
much.
south of.
Man, Austin, I really
Pretty
like
much
you,
New
man.
Mexico.
Yeah.
Look,
Hobbs.
just because you live in Oklahoma,
Hops.
it is an hour and Hops. It's an hour and a half from Dallas, northwest of Dallas.
I live closer to you than anybody here, probably.
Well, shut up.
Big
then.
man.
That's it. Open your mouth. You gotta lose a tooth.
It's that one.
No.
Take the wiggly one.
Hey, don't
Alright.
threaten him. Do it.
But so yeah, I mean, but to answer your
Hit you in
question,
your bum hand.
but so here's the thing. Here's the thing. Though.
Damn.
You think that'll stop me?
Come on.
No, I
All right,
don't.
I just gotta
guys,
ask. You try to
come
make mashed potatoes with that hand?
That's it. Doesn't
Take all the
everybody
Chinese
thinks it
enjoyments.
takes a lot to get into. And here's the cool thing about the PRS, and for the most part, and all the ones I've been to, the PRS people for the most part are a lot of them are hunters, and also they're very open to letting you use their gear, right? So a lot of people are intimidated to be able to go out there, and a lot. It's not like you're shooting at the same time as everybody else. So people are usually really great to walk you through it. So if you're interested in it, I say jump out and do it because it makes you a lot better shooter. Since I've started in PRS, I feel a lot more confident taking long range shots on pigs' faces at night, just because I know what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
I mean, look, yeah, you don't have to get an expensive rig or anything like that. I mean, I started off with something pretty simple, and then I kind of worked my way up. But,
Sure.
I mean, that's what everybody does. I mean, he started off with that Ruger Precision. I mean, Jason's got the hate bringer. That's the hate receiver. So, I mean, everybody gives it crap, right? Because it's an entry gun. But the entry gun does the job.
Absolutely.
All right? And, yeah, could you probably get something that shoots a little bit softer, shoots a little bit better, and so on and so forth. But, yeah, but there's really nothing you can't do with that you can do with something else, right?
Yeah.
So I tell you, I mean, that plus an Atro puts you in production, and I think it puts you in tactical class because it's 308, and I mean you'll be able to do it. Not to mention now Ruger Precision does 6.5 Creedmoor, 6 Creedmoor.
22.
I think they have some other calibers nowadays. Oh, they have the 22 trainer rifles and things like
Yeah,
that.
the 22. I mean, it's a $400 rifle, and you can go out there and shoot that thing all day long, and you're gonna have the exact same pull, exact same movement. That's the thing too. A lot of people kind of poo-poo on 22s, but if, it is, and you go.
Muscle memory.
Yeah, and you go over to Europe, and people spend $3,000-4,000 on 22s because they can only own X amount of guns. So you have these guys shooting these really nice 22s. That over here, if you do that, you use the same trigger, same movement, same action.
Everything is ergonomically going to be as close or the same as you could possibly have just to learn how to shoot, and to run 22 and stuff like that. It's relatively inexpensive in comparison.
And make a 500-yard shot on a 22.
Yeah. So, but I mean, you do that, and the RPR does a really, really good job. But I'll say this much: thanks to the precision rifle community and the PRS community, they've done what they call production class now, right? So they have caused manufacturers to find ways to submit rifles that are under $2,500 because that's the requirement
$2,450
to be
right
a
here.
production rifle. It has to be retail available $2,500. I think there might be a production quantity they have to meet, but you can basically buy.
I think it's a run of 1,000.
I mean, I'll give you an example, right? Because in no way, form, or fashion should I ever believe that a GA Precision rifle is considered a production rifle. That thing is pretty much right out of the gate going to be laser beams in the same hole over and over and over and over.
I just
Okay?
wanna stare
They built
at it.
phenomenal rifles. Daniel Defense came out with that awesome Delta 5, and that thing I gotta say feels really probably one of the best chassis I've felt in quite some time.
I love
And
it.
it's sub $2,500, right?
Yep, $2,450.
Yeah, and then of course you have American Rifle Company, which is the two rifles I just ended up picking up, and they come in both 6 Creedmoor and 6.5 Creedmoor, and I think they have a couple other calibers. But that thing is basically a mock-up. I mean, there's no way that you would look at this thing 3 years ago and be like, "That's a production rifle." There's no way in hell. Now, is it like the $1,300 that the RPR is? No, but at the same time, that gun's going to basically stretch most shooters all the way through to their max, right? Unless you are just somebody who's behind the rifle, round after round, day after day. So, I mean, it's not that expensive to get into these days.
Yeah.
And that's also where our scope really focuses. Bringing our scope in the price point it comes in the production class on a production rifle. You can shoot production, and in this case, if you shoot the RPR, you can shoot tactical. And you really be able to shoot some interesting things where you could probably find some comparable shooters to you, right?
Yeah.
Because most of the high competitors out there are going to run open class, 6.5 Creedmoor, 6 Creedmoor, 6 Dasher, 6 GT, and all these other 6.
I don't know half that
variant
shit it
calibers.
was he just said either.
I knew 6.5.
I just shouting a number versus a word, okay? It's all good.
Well, that's the thing too. Is you go to these matches, like, what are you shooting? Is like 6 Dasher. I'm like,
6mm gay tiger.
hey, where's Prancer? Like, who's yeah, exactly. I'm saying who's.
Exclusive Stormwater Creek round.
Hey, there.
GT.
I heard someone say today they may or may not make a gun called the Glitter Cannon, and I swear to God, if they do. I don't care what it takes. I have to have it.
Cav-Tac glitter cannon.
The Cav-Tac Glitter Cannon. If that happens, you're hearing me, Cav-Tac. Like I say your full name. I want the fucking glitter cannon.
Well, you were talking about just like those kind of production class guns, and Austin and I were talking about it earlier, just about kind of getting into hunting and that gear you get because you're just like, I want to do this, so I can't afford the $900 pair of boots, or I can't afford the $500 pair of boots, but I'm gonna go get myself the $150 or the $75
Right.
from Academy, and they work, but.
Well, so
You
so
know.
from outside looking in, right? Everybody looks at it, and at first I used to look at PRS and NRL and stuff like that, and I'd be like, that looks like just a massive gear race, right? And I started seeing these guys go into matches, and they've got like literally a bag attached to every single limb in order to help them get support and shoot and all that type of stuff.
It's 100% a gear
and
show,
I look,
dude.
well, it is a gear nerd race all the way, insofar as your tripods and all the things are concerned, right?
A real quick question. Since you and I have shot that match, how much more gear do you and I have?
I don't have any.
You have a new backpack?
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess like
You got new?
backpack.
Do you have new binos? You got new range finding binos?
Well, the same binos that we had before. We were the same ones we were using for the match.
Do you? Did we get new range finding binos?
Yeah.
Did we get new tripod?
I didn't get a new tripod.
I said we.
You went out and bought a new tripod. Don't say we. No.
Don't you put that evil on me.
Here, man.
Don't you put that evil on me, Bobby Boucher.
Yeah. So we go. Continue what you're saying.
But yeah, you got all that stuff. Tripods, bags. You got a bag for every situation, right? You got heavy bags. You got light bags. He's got a bag for that Arca rail on that gun. It's really nice. I hate to admit it because I hate that kind of stuff. I've always been the kind of more of a minimalist shooter, right? So when I started shooting PRS way back, I mean, everybody was basically like, hey, yeah, I've got a rifle. Maybe I have a flat bottom. Maybe I have an Arca rail. Maybe I have a tripod. That's about it, right? Now, there's all these different types of bags out there. I don't even know what to do anymore, right? I don't know how to use
There's a
these
lot of
things.
bags.
But if you want to shoot PRS, that's something that you can do, and it does stress your ability to be able to use your different equipment better, right? But for me, the practical, I shoot the same way. I don't even shoot really that competitively at all. I like to participate, right? And I do decently enough. But like even when I shoot USPSA pistol, right? I don't go out there. I'm not the guy that sports the gigantic red dot, you know, a thumb rest, you know, a 30-round mag and all that stuff. And those guys that are pros shoot that stuff because they have to in order to compete. For me, I want to shoot something that I probably wouldn't feel bad about carrying,
Yeah.
right? So there's a practical aspect of what I do.
Multi-purposed.
Exactly. Now I will say this: I do have a race gun. Okay.
Oh, that's so cool.
And but it still shoots limited. Okay. And everybody asks me, well, why don't you shoot major power factor? Well, I don't shoot major power factor because I'm not going to carry major power factor.
Hey, just keep in mind, I don't know half the shit.
I
he
don't know
says
what
either.
that is.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't either.
I
so
don't shoot big bullets because
Yeah.
I don't have to have big bullets.
Yeah.
I don't carry those.
A lot of times we smile and nod, and then he'll say it again the next meeting. Like, oh, I heard that word before. What does that word mean?
Can you speak into Hey Google?
Yeah.
Damn it.
Now go.
Yeah.
But no, so I try to find stuff that's going to be compatible. Now I have subscribed to getting some of the bags and different things like that, and I carry those because I find out when I hunt or if I'm doing any of that type of stuff, or we do a safari match. I always carry a light bag on the back, a game changer bag, and then I of course carry your ammo. You carry everything with you. You're basically carrying a 30-40 pound pack with you, with all the stuff you start out at the beginning of the day, and you can only hope that you shoot badly enough to waste all the ammo so you don't have to carry it back.
So just to kind of, as a complete idiot, you're talking about going on a big long hike and you're going kind of station to station to shoot.
This team
different-
safari matches, and the name for the safari and the IRL hunters, they are actually geared up to make you think about I'm going on a big sheep hunt, right? Or I'm going off into, Lucas and I talk all the time. One of our dream hunts is going up to go hunt Greg McKellar, right, up in the Yukon, right, and just disappearing into the wilderness and having to go hike forever. So this is what these kind of matches set you up for, is to have to go disappear into, I say disappear. You're doing a lot of hiking, and you have to go find the targets, and these aren't painted targets. They're brown still, so they blend in with terrain, so they're hard to find. So that's part of it, and that's the thing too that's really starting to transition is now for this picture right behind us. This is actually on our family's property, so you can see there's ridges we can see forever. Before, if a pig walked out in that field, it's 800, 900 yards. I'm just gonna look at it like, okay, whatever. But now I'm confident enough that I know my dope. I dial it in. I'm watching it. I know what the wind is. I know what I'm gonna do. I can pull that trigger, and I'm confident I could smoke a pig, coyote, shit, maybe a rabbit, 500-600 yards with the right gun. And that's the cool thing about the IRL hunters and the International Rifle League. I think that's what it stands for, right? These matches are actually NRL. Sorry, thank you. National, yeah.
You're like IRL. I was like, you said National Rifle League. I was like, that's a
yeah. So these things are actually set up to mimic hunting and to mimic having to go out and find and range. So you're carrying your range finding bonds. So we're talking about he's got the SIG and I got the Vortex, right? We have to go out and actually range and find. Oh, I think I see a target there. And we've been in one where there's a beautiful freaking mule deer walking. Like, all right, everybody stop, and this thing's just sitting there by the target. I'm like, hey dude, move, because people are shooting on. He's like, I'm just gonna chill here. Right by the targets. So, and there's an instance where you're actually having to range and find the animal. So that's the cool thing about it. And then you take the shots. And so that's
not on the mule deer.
Not yet.
No. We were hunting with game wardens. They told us that was
Yeah. We were like, well, if I'm
or shooting with game wardens. Sorry, we were competing with game wardens, not hunting with game wardens. To clarify.
We're hunting steel with game wardens.
Yeah. So that's the thing too, is it's what kind of transitions to being a lot more confident hunter is more time on the trigger, right?
Yeah.
Is that the last thing you want to do as a hunter is miss a shot in anything, right? That's why a lot of hunters compete and stuff, whether it be 3D archery tournaments or whatever it is. Having that ability to see an animal. Now, if you're a blind hunter and you're hunting a blind 100 yards away, how do you miss an animal 100 yards away? I don't. I'm right there with you.
It happens.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
It shouldn't.
Does.
It does happen.
Not for me,
hey,
but I know
it shouldn't happen.
It's it's like, we don't want to talk about this. Let's change the subject. So, guys, about your scope.
Yeah. So, I mean, here's the thing. We've taken people on hunts.
You're in this. Welcome to this. Welcome to this suck.
No, I mean, one of the intended consequences, I guess.
Hey, we had a guy almost miss a deer from 70-something yards.
Dave.
I don't know how far that raccoon was. On
Don't
the
worry,
feeder.
Abe. We're not talking about you.
No,
They hit it.
I said almost.
We found a deer
Yeah.
last year.
Daddy
So
took
we're
it
gonna
out,
make this
didn't he?
public.
All right, so we're gonna insert the advertisement
exactly.
right here.
Well, go ahead and make fun of the people who edit this podcast. See if it makes it to the light of day.
It will.
I want to kick a good shout out to Texas Hogbait.
Yeah,
Thanks.
exactly.
Thanks, Jackie.
What's up, Jackie?
By the way, and I don't know who in this office has met Jackie. I don't know if you have yet. I talk to him probably about once a month, just because you kind of have to talk to Jackie for about an hour just to lift your spirits up. Dude, that guy's got so much energy and so much drive. It is mind blowing. I don't know if y'all know. He lost one of his firefighters.
Yeah.
in Mexico. The guy
Yeah.
who got murdered. That was crazy. And I'm talking to Jackie the entire thing. He was just still Jackie. He's like, I'm taking care of the family, man. I'm taking care of them, doing a great job. I was like, dude, Jackie.
He was on the news.
Yeah, it just never.
My wife's dad saw. He's like, this hog bait thing seems interesting. I was like, was it Jackie Parker? He's like, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, we know him.
Yeah,
He's good. I mean,
Yeah, he's good people.
And he's coming out. So, this is a good segue here, right? So in March, we're starting a video series called "Let Me Touch Your Rig." All right. So what we're gonna be doing is having people come out with their AR. You like it, don't you? Everyone likes it.
Abe wants his rig.
Your
touched.
channel locks away from me, Austin.
You can give it to me, or you can take it.
Hey.
Do they do this to you too,
Hey,
Stanley?
eye contact. Hey,
Too often.
No,
do you need
no,
help?
we just shoot him with the airsoft.
do you need help?
Twice.
Yeah. But we're starting. Let me touch your rig video series. Where basically we're gonna come in. This whole room's gonna be a video room, and we're gonna talk about. We're gonna go out to our property.
You're gonna have a black couch over here.
That's back there.
Casting out.
Oh, you haven't been to the war room, have you?
Oh, I haven't yet.
Yeah.
Oh
The
man.
couch is back there. It's comfortable.
Get ready.
Yeah. So we're gonna do that
Sterling
video
falls
series,
asleep on it
and
all
what
the
we'll be
time.
doing is bringing. We'll bring in.
From bad to worse.
Yeah. Just different people in. I don't know who we can and can't talk about, but we're going after some pretty big names in the social media world. We don't have anything signed yet, but
Well, we've got some interesting
Obviously
people
Stormwater
coming in.
Creek.
You know, I mean, we want to take people out and have them run their rig that they're comfortable with our optics on it, and really go out and hunt with it, and we'll come back and we'll do kind of a video series and discuss
exactly.
it.
It's to show the versatility of the Incendus, right? And by that time we'll have the new one. By March we'll have our new Incendus, so it has record. They can record everything. Yeah, no shit. But that way we can, actually take people out and take whatever their favorite, whatever they're most comfortable with, whether it's a 50 mil objective or a 24 or a red dot, whatever it is, and go out and go hunting on it. So that's the whole point of that video series. So we'll have to have you guys come out and finally come to Jacksboro for that. We've been talking about it for a minute.
I want to segue real quick back to the where you were talking about the NRL and also the competition dynamics match that we shot. So remember I was talking about how PRS and the way I feel. I know some people don't feel this way, but I feel like it becomes more of a gear race sometimes. Like everybody's looking for the biggest 26 to 30 pound 6 Creedmoor gun they could shoot because it just doesn't move when you pull the trigger. Half of these guys, they don't. That's the way they have their gun set up. And the problem with that is you'll never imagine hiking up a mountain with 26 pound gun, right? I don't know.
Really? Yeah.
Well, I mean, not to say that you can't if you're
Been on
just
an
a
elk
glutton
hunt
for
like
punishment,
that.
right?
I didn't have to carry the gun, but I've been on an elk
But
hunt
like
that.
basically, I'm a dumpster fire when it comes to exercise, as
Something
I
like
mentioned
that.
before.
Yeah.
So the thing that I like about the
Yeah.
competition dynamics matches,
Been there.
safari matches, is you are your own worst enemy.
Yeah.
You can carry that 26 pound gun and huck it the 8 to 10 miles that you're walking that day, there and back with your ammo and everything like that, and you can rough it if you really want to, or you could feel confident enough and actually bring a gun that's probably going to be significantly lighter. 26 pound. I was bringing a 10 pound gun.
Yeah.
Right. 10 pound gun, and then carry your mags and everything with you. You're doing a lot less damage to yourself over a period of time, and you don't feel it day one. You feel it day 2 and day 3, right? Because you stress yourself day 1, and then day 2 becomes crappy, and day 3 becomes really craptastic. What
Abe's
Abe
holding
got-
that like he's
Abe-
never seen one before. Like,
No,
what
he
is
was
this
holding it
device?
like this, like it's a dick.
Yeah,
is
like
this
what is
scope?
this
He
device?
just handed me the scope. I'm like, yeah, cool, awesome. I'm trying to listen here.
Oh my
I want you to see the product, man.
If you look down the objective on it.
Here, hand it to me. This is what Abe did.
was just
I
like,
have the power.
Yes.
I just was confused
That's
by being.
all he did.
He's like,
He
what do I
handed a
press for the
scope.
laser beam
Yes,
to
Abe,
come
that's
out?
the serial number on the bottom.
Yes.
Hey, the
I think this is the part that
zero,
goes up.
Zero stop matches the serial number. Just in case you cared. I care. Because I realized today that I have 2 different ones on 2 different scopes.
The reason being is every scope is timed with a certain batch. So
Do you know what
the way
zero
the-
stop
the zero-
is?
the way the zero stop works on it is it's a time thread.
Do you know what a scope is?
And as the thread goes all the
No.
way down, it locks into place where the zero is supposed to be.
I think people look at
They're off a little
bacteria
bit
with
depending on batches, so that's the reason why they have matching serial numbers for their batches.
Do you know the difference between first focal plane and second focal plane?
No.
Do I have a gun to my head?
About $300.
No. One is the first eye you look for, and the
Man,
second
this
one
little
is the other
bromance
eye.
here is so cute. You made a little
Yeah.
giggle.
I mean,
And he's smiling now too. Fuck you guys.
Does Wes know you're
You're
here?
losing a fucking tooth later.
Does Wes know he's here?
I don't know. Wes
Hey.
might be out now. Jeez.
Where
want
are
Wes
all
to
of our
come to
airsoft
Hogorama.
guns?
I called him with that one.
I know
It's like,
when
hey,
one is
man.
loaded and ready to go. There's another one that's.
Why
a bunch of them
don't
done in
you
the war
explain
room.
first and second focal
let's.
plane
But,
for
sorry, we're
the
just.
listeners
So
and Abe?
the first focal plane scopes. Oh, I'll start with second focal
For the
plane.
layman, I'm a layman. I look at a scope and there's an animal and I get my shot where it needs to be and I shoot a deer.
So 10 years ago, vast majority of scopes were all second focal plane, meaning that your reticle did not change. Your reticle was on its own plane, okay? And then what would happen is in magnification, reticle would stay the same size.
Nope, don't give that to him. That's a horrible idea.
Yeah, he's gonna put a goddamn eye out.
No.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah, okay. Well,
All right.
there's still one in there. No, oh god.
Despot.
Okay.
Well done. Well done.
You were running a stable of whores.
We're talking about focal points,
Yeah.
guys.
So,
Focal
on second
planes.
focal plane, your reticle is basically useful at only max power, right? If you have drop compensator or you have any type of measurement built into your reticle, so it's only available at max power or whatever you can mathematically calculate. So if you have a 10 power scope and you went down to 5, you know that everything is worth approximately half the values. So that's or double the values, excuse me. So that's where the second focal plane scopes really are. Now, when you go to first focal plane, which every one of our scopes except for one of them is a first focal plane right now, and the reason being is that your reticle actually magnifies along with your image proportionally. Okay. So what happens in that situation is you're allowed to. You can use the 1 mil is a 1 mil at all distances on your actual scope.
Zoom in. Use the cattail and zoom in and out.
Oh god, he's got a gun, guys.
Do you see how the reticle changes with it? Oh yeah. Okay.
I broke it.
So that's first focal plane.
That was uncomfortable.
So
I actually
everything
agree.
stays
Yeah.
on the
Which
same-
one? That or the real one?
So
The real-
first
the real
focal
one that's
plane
pointed
for
over
the
your head.
dumbass. Let me
Seeing
make
that I
sure
don't have
just-
iPro.
Oh, fuck, it's turning it down. Oh,
Yeah,
that just went
the
through
shot.
the roof. So the first focal plane, meaning that the zoom kind of zooms in.
So your
with one
reticle
picture.
So if you take a look at that optic right there, if you take a look at their Atra right there, right,
Hey.
the reticle will gain magnification along with your actual image. So so if you crank on the mag lever right there, magnetic lever, there you go.
Oh, I got you.
Okay.
Do you guys
Now-
have like a diagram of what
Hey,
the doodads are?
Yeah, I mean obviously we have the subtitles for every
By
single
doodad,
scope.
he means reticle.
Yeah.
Turret.
Well, you just pointed at the thing and you pulled the trigger and it goes dead.
It goes dead.
Goes to sleep.
Okay.
Oh god, I have no defenses.
You have a gigantic
You have a
scope to
scope,
beat him
don't
to
you?
down with.
Yeah, I'm not trying to beat him with one of your scopes.
Well, he's trying to purple nurple you with some channel logs.
Now it's a party.
It's just asking for more trouble.
Scopes
I let him finish.
Scopes are
Wow,
all
they
over
really
the
are the
chassis.
same.
Sterling
Ain't
gets
gonna
it.
hurt 'em.
Hey,
They really are the same. They don't ever like.
I'm going to dumb this down to you.
That one doesn't
Okay.
look like mine.
So second focal plane, when you zoom in, zoom out, the reticle stays the same size. No. You don't. I don't trust you with this.
Thank you.
WTF, mate?
I love you
But
deeply.
the consequence of it staying the same size is your measurements are not consistent throughout the
Correct.
magnification.
So
range.
so basically at zero magnification, one magnification, and max magnification is where they're gonna be most accurate. Or actually, wherever you sight it in, that's gonna be most
yeah, it's
accurate.
max magnification
Right.
is where it's supposed to be.
So now with first focal plane, as you zoom in and zoom out, the reticle gets bigger and smaller. Right. So watch this. See how this gets bigger?
Yep.
Okay. So what that is doing is every time you zoom in. So think about when you zoom in on a picture. When you zoom in that picture is going to shift a little bit, right? So and this is different from the digital point of view. So with the first focal plane, as you zoom in, that reticle stays the same size, right? You're going to have accuracy at all magnifications, right? So with our 1 to 8, I'll pull up our 1 to 8 reticle real quick so you can see what that looks
In
like.
theory, as you zoom in and out, your 0 is staying in the same.
You look like
Spot.
you have something to say.
Exactly. Your zero stays in the same spot regardless of what you're doing because that's point aim, point impact, right?
Okay.
The difference in magnification is that when you crank your optic all the way up on first focal plane, it's like this. If you're taking a ruler and looking at it from far away, you can see
Bones on
the inches.
tables.
They look real small, right?
Yeah.
You can't see. And as you bring the ruler closer,
Closer.
the
Oh, it's
inches.
Annalise.
So
Hey, get your phone off that cable. There you go.
so the idea is that your ruler essentially stays proportional to the size of your picture.
Got it.
Okay.
That,
That
makes
makes
sense.
sense.
Yeah. So
As you zoom in, it gets bigger.
How dare you? I'm not him.
So I mean, a lot of the hunters out there, they subscribe to the old method, which is, they're just gonna they do target reference, right? So in target reference, what you do is you see a deer and you're like, okay, well I'm gonna aim 1 inch above, this or whatever, right, on the deer, and you use the reference of how big you think the target is. Mm-hmm. Well, all too often in shooting scenarios, particularly when you shoot steel, or in some instances when you're shooting deer and you don't know what the actual size of the animal is, you cannot necessarily tell unless it's a buck or something like that. You say, oh, this is a full-grown 12-pointer, right? Yeah. But you cannot necessarily tell how tall it is from hoof to shoulder necessarily. So you can range it using an actual a first focal plane at pretty much any magnification you need to. The other thing that I like about it is in first focal plane, what you can do is I seldom shoot at max magnification. On a 20 power scope, shooting at max magnification for competitive purposes, I can't keep trace on my round as I put it in place. So what I like to do is I like to crank it down, and if with our reticle, for example, if you just simply, you can see exactly where it falls on the grid, shift your reticle where the impact was and put it back on target and rip another round immediately, then you're most likely going to hit it. So I mean, we're running that same that Christmas tree like reticle, so it helps a whole lot. And in the first focal plane setup, it allows you to do it in all magnifications. And the second focal plane, you've got a choice. You go to max magnification, or your measurements aren't going to be directly on or off. Now you can still use the grid method, but there's not a direct hey, you can't have your spotter
still
say
guesswork.
That's 0.2 mils win, right? Because you're talking about your measurement of angle rather than trying to run something as hey, this is 3 inches, because 3 inches on an 18-inch piece of steel, a lot of people are like, oh well, whole 3 inches, you're all 3 inches to the left, and you actually get up to the target and you're like, damn, that's like 1.5 feet off to the left. What do you mean that's 3 inches off to the left? So even at 100 yards, you have people call your hits, right? When you're zeroing, they're like, oh yeah, you're 1 inch to the left. And you look at it, unless you have a grid on your target, you have no reference for what size or how far that is, unless you just know your bullet hole's like this size or that size. And then so you get that reference issue. It's a distortion. So with our reticle, or as with any first focal plane reticle, if I go in and sight it, I'm on paper, for example, I'll pop one round onto the target, and for example, I'll be bottom left, and I just measure it. I'm like, okay.
He does.
What do you want to say? Come on, talk to us,
Well,
dude.
tell us, Sterling. Tell us the difference between first focal plane and second focal plane.
I don't know, but I just wanted to ask you, do you really like to hear yourself talk? Because you just go on.
Oh my
and
God.
on.
Wow!
There's two of us.
Pass that to
We feel double the power. We will be heard.
So here,
Wow! Hey, give me that airsoft gun right now.
No,
Come here.
don't
Come here,
do it.
Sterling.
Don't do it.
Come here, Sterling. Come here.
Fire in the hole.
Chest pop.
He got so serious just then. That's PTSD right there.
I'll say what I said last time. I'll say what I said last time.
They were shooting him in the ankles.
Who cut your checks?
Yeah.
That's a good
booping.
You do, sir.
Last time I said, he's like, oh no, we won't go there.
I really
So
need
that's
those
the thing. So the first, and that's why also
Those are nice.
with first focal plane, there's one more piece of glass in there. That's why they cost so much more money, right? People always don't understand. So with first focal plane, there is a. So the second focal plane. Think about this. The
See how
glass
he
is
picked
here.
it up? See how he's holding it?
It's
So with the second the glass is gonna be so right. So this is gonna be. I'm sorry. The glass is gonna be on the closer to your eye, right? So as it's moving forward and backwards, right? So you're not zooming in on that. So with second focal, damn it, moonshine and whiskey.
Oh, he's reloading it, my man.
So
So
with
much going on in
first
this
focal
podcast.
plane, there's an extra piece of glass. Dude, we've got like 15 of those things around. If we want to have it full on airsoft war, we could do that shit right now.
And that's the end of the
I've
podcast.
got mask in my truck too.
I don't have my HPA gun.
Well, again, we really want to
Thank
thank
God.
Accufire for having us out and feeding us food and
And for the
whiskey.
shortest podcast ever. But basically, there's an extra piece of glass, right? Because
Brandon, it's been 2 hours.
Yeah, it hadn't been that.
It's been 2 hours already.
It's not been 2 hours.
Shut the fuck up, man.
I'm gonna get shot. You think I'm going into the
Second one.
best I can hope for is I use Sterling as a human shield until he dies. Then I'm fucked. Okay.
Hey, time out. That's our plan.
You got an extra layer on, bitch.
So okay, so the thing about that, and that's why a lot of people don't really understand the difference between first focal. Now with our Evro series, our essential variable rifle logs, we've talked a lot about. And Lee's background is competitive shooting. He's a hunter as well.
That's
Obviously,
not my
right?
background. It's just I know my way around.
Understood. But that's where I come to where I'm going with is like, you know, he really understands the competition side of it, right? So the whole point of the Evro series was for our hunters. That's why the Evro 12. Hey, can somebody grab the side chick? Excuse me.
Whoa,
the
what?
Bagara.
Are we talking about the same time?
Is it right behind you? No, it's not.
That's the Ruger.
Hey, do you have a 12 in your hand?
12.
So the Evro 12, everybody's got a 3 to 9 to 40. Everyone, right? I mean, who in here has not owned a 3 to 9 to 40 at some point?
I've never.
You, fuck off, Sterling.
Neither is Abe.
Well, how many guns do you own?
I may have.
I
I don't
own
know
one.
if I have.
You
or not,
you
but I'm
own
not-
Hit a
one
reload,
gun.
stat.
When did you buy that gun?
I bought it at the beginning of this year.
Yeah, because you turned 21, you could buy a gun, and you bought a Glock,
I
right?
bought a Glock
Yeah.
19.
Okay.
and it's-
Gangsta.
Yes, he is
He
gangster.
actually kind of shoots gangster too. He turns it
He does.
sideways
He
and all.
does.
So-
Sideways.
That's pop.
So okay, most people who are hunters own a 3 to 9 to 40, 3 to 9 to 40. This is a 3 to 12 to 44, right? The
3
thing,
to 9 by. Just go ahead. They get what you're saying.
3 to 9 to 40. Yeah, I'm sorry. So,
I like it.
but here's the thing though, we put we put a parallax in this one, right? So what makes that difference is you can make shots out to 1,000 yards plus. So this is made for, in my mind, and I think Ann Lee had we talked about this a lot, is to take anything in North America. This is a very simple reticle. You can see we've taken 700-yard shots with this on steel, and we've and on the Bagara, the 6.5 Creedmoor 700, and we've made a lot of shots on this. It's got same turret. They're not as crisp as the Atro series, but I mean they're still very tactile, right?
What's going on, Sterling?
I like hearing him like stumble over his words, and it's got.
Have you been
it's a
drinking or
shot.
just being an
Oh
asshole?
my god.
A little bit of both.
Explains
I've
everything.
had a few Chardonnays. What up?
I was like, when did you get so bold?
That's because Abe's here. Abe's giving him power.
Yeah.
They're
Feed
power
off
combined.
each
No, I
other.
like it. No, but it is.
Abe's not going to be here to save you in an hour.
Yeah.
You know,
Two of us
you know what I
make
love
one
though
human being.
is you guys are putting that shirt on together before y'all leave tonight. Just letting you know.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, I can't wait to see Master Blaster in action. There, that's exactly what's going to be to me.
He's master, I'm blaster.
I'm not sure who's who, but I'm excited. But so that was the idea with this, right? Real simple reticle, and once again, all of our traditional glass lifetime warranty. Send it back to us. We want to know why it's not working. We'll replace it because we're perfectionists. And Lee's got a workbench of stuff in there he's pulled apart. Can't figure out why it's not working. But we've had, I mean, all this.
Well, we haven't had anything that can't figure
That's
out
what I'm
why.
saying.
Whoa,
I can
whoa,
figure
whoa,
when
whoa.
somebody sits there and just cross-threads something. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like, it's like something comes
Well,
back.
more
And it's
like
like, all
I
right,
can't
we got
figure out why somebody did this.
Just remember,
That's
guys,
it.
cross-thread's a type thread.
Yeah. Hey.
Where's the on
better
button on this thing?
90% of the stuff that comes back is human error.
Yeah.
And but on our traditional scope, 100% of everything comes back is human error. But the whole, and this is $479, right? This was the whole point, is this make a scope under $500 that is everything you could possibly need on a North American hunting rifle for under $500. And it's got, like I said, locking turrets with a parallax, so you can do some crazy shit with this. I freaking love this scope. It's on our, right now we have a 6.5 Creedmoor. It's a Bagara action on a side chick chassis, and it's freaking awesome. I love that thing.
Don't say the letter. Don't say the letter.
Q.
I didn't say it. I didn't say it. That came from him.
You didn't say it.
I didn't do
Sterling, what the fuck, man?
What am I getting?
You said the bad word.
Letter.
What?
Bad letter.
He's leaving. You made him leave, Sterling.
God damn
You
it.
fucking asshole.
Well, there went the soundboard.
Hey, but so and the reason I was going to that, so our Evro 6, right, which is our 1 to 6 right here. So
That
this
just happened, Jordan.
is
Did that just happen? Please tell me that just happened.
What?
Jordan picks up the scope and immediately looks at it through the wrong end of the scope.
like this.
Oh, you
They
hey,
went like
don't
this.
fuck up around here. They will call you out, man.
Oh my god, I
Hey,
sat there.
you know my favorite is like, you know I love when we go to shows like, yeah, we start talking, I was like, oh yeah, I'm a big shooter. I'm a big shooter. I'm like, hey bro. He's like, man, that reticle looks real weird. I'm like, yeah, look to the other side. Oh, I knew that. And turn around, I was like,
No. The best thing was cause Sterling, when he came on board was never really hunted, never really shot before, never really did any outdoor
How
stuff.
did you end up here, Sterling? Honest question.
Off-road
It
community.
was a total accident. I go off-road with him. And
Okay.
So
I knew that.
I knew he was good at graphics and stuff like that, and that's what I needed him for. I didn't need him to shoot, right?
Yeah.
So except for camera. But so what we did was I told him, I was like, Sterling, what I need you to do is I need you to put our reticle on a bunch of backgrounds just so it gives it a little bit more, it gives it depth, right?
Yeah.
So what we do is he starts putting things, and he puts our Atro 20 reticle on a deer. He does like one on a hog. He puts and then all of a sudden he takes our Evro 6 reticle, and then out of nowhere just drops this son bitch right on a flying duck. I'm like,
I didn't know. Here's the thing. I didn't know. I'm just looking at hunting photos on stock images, trying to find something to put the reticle on. And I was like, oh, people hunt ducks, and so I'm like, put a duck on there, Put a duck on there.
What are you gonna do?
Hey, just put a duck on there, okay?
All right,
Forget about it.
I want to say,
put a duck
like,
on it and you forget about it.
100% seriousness. We're gonna do another podcast, but I want to do it with Sterling solo. Like, there's so much I want to know about you.
Bro,
This is fun.
hey,
I like it.
it's limitless. He says something like, I'm not gonna get into his shit, but he says something like, you did what? Where were you at? And what happened? Your mom did what to you? Whoa.
Oh no.
There's a lot of stories.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Me, Sterling, and Jason have spent a lot of time in a vehicle.
they like to drive to every destination. I personally do not want to spend.
Pick my ass
8
up
to
at the
12
airport.
hours. Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
exactly.
I drive
That's
everywhere.
me.
We got one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
You have two of them.
He'll drive his ass off. What are you talking about?
But he also likes to get in a fucking airplane.
He's old.
Yeah, but
He's bougie.
He's 50-50.
Yeah.
True.
I flew down to Corpus Christi to get picked up for a fishing tour where I had to drop my kayak
A
off
fishing
a couple days
tour.
before and was like, hey, here, take my kayak. I'll meet you in Corpus.
I'll tell you this much: if it's
I drove
over a
it out
5-hour
for you.
drive,
I'll
I'm
meet
not
you in
doing it.
Porpoise.
I'll drive 25 hours and I don't care. I'd rather do that, drive 24 hours and deal with anybody at the airport. See, my problem now is I don't like, how you say, people. And airports are full of people. And I don't want to go from a
Because
people...
of COVID?
Just people.
No.
No, I don't. Just in general. Just
I was just-
you go from people at airport to people
Unplug
at a
his
trade show to
microphone.
people at an airport. It's just...
Right here.
I just rather have two people in the car, even if one of them stir.
Damn!
Yeah.
Abe has left the building.
You
Nice
just
done.
knocked over a beer. There's a beverage here, man.
Two
Look what you did.
beers and a
Look what you
phone
did.
down later.
You broke.
This is now the goal of the rest of this podcast is to continuously make
Hey, dude,
That-
it's
that's
our
the goal
goal
of
all
every
the
day.
Oh,
time.
that's an everyday. in the
Yeah, you don't.
office, I heard.
It's funny when
I'd
he's
love
grump.
to watch you on a date.
Whoa! Oh, it's
man.
amazing. No,
Okay.
we kind of.
I'd like to see
we've
that
seen
live
it.
on a
for
date,
frequent-
man.
Over the line.
No,
Yeah.
I disagree. I agree with you. I
that's-
want to see that
That
shit.
should be
It's just the way you
entertaining.
said
Yeah.
it. It sounded
That's
kind of
just
creepy.
MTV on
I didn't say I want to watch him fuck. I want to watch him on a date, dude.
But there's an option. There's
I
an
see
option.
him on like an episode of 90 Day Fiancé.
I can't get enough of this.
I can't either. It's awesome.
So do you like Legos? I like Legos. Legos are real cool.
What about Harry Potter?
You don't see that song together?
No, he's not a Harry Potter fan.
No.
Mm. He quit that
The
life.
laugh
He
is
quit laughing real
Oh,
quick.
it's funny. Hey,
He shut that
hey,
shit
no,
down.
hey,
You mean the gay Star Wars?
Hey, I want y'all to let's this real quick. If you had to guess what this 95-year-old over here's favorite vehicle was of all time, what would it be? Take a guess.
A Nissan Altima.
Ooh, you're so close.
1996 Honda Civic.
Dodge Neon.
Toyota
Any
Prius.
year.
Nissan 240 FX?
Pontiac Sunfire.
Oh.
98.
SX. Sorry.
An Aztec because it was on Breaking Bad.
I did like the Aztec. But it's not my favorite.
You are so close.
Hey, think older and movie iconic.
You talking about you like the General Lee?
Oh,
And
I
jumping
like the
over
General Lee, but it's not
No,
my
he's
favorite.
not. He's Mexican. He can't.
No,
can't
it has
Oh,
more
yeah.
to do with time.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
a DeLorean.
Yeah, DeLorean.
Ain't
Yeah.
nothing wrong with the DeLorean.
He likes
There was
cocaine.
one
That's
up
the
here.
power of
He likes
love.
to find cocaine in the door panels.
I do have to ask because you guys give Abe a lot of shit, so I have to ask: do you like have trouble functioning under pressure too?
Oh my god.
Sexually?
Obviously, sexually, I have no children, so it goes all over the
Wow.
place.
Okay. Well,
It's
wasn't
like a
exactly
water
where I was
hose.
going.
Yeah.
But Sterling here, he does not function well under pressure at all. I took him wheeling one time and went to the Ozarks. I told him to go down this trail.
Nice.
We're in the middle of
Hey, me see
nowhere.
the 12.
What does this guy do? I tell him, I was like, go down this hill. I got you spotted. And he goes, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing anything. I'm not going down this hill.
It
I
was
tell
way
him, I'm
too
like,
steep.
go. It was not way too
It was
steep.
way too steep.
You made it down, didn't you?
Oh, no, I didn't go down.
Yeah, you did.
Did I?
Yes, you did. Yes, after like a,
It's Abe.
So, anyways, we turn around.
Oh,
gotta
no.
turn around, guys. We
These
gotta
two.
turn around.
These two
No,
right
that's
here.
what- that's what
the
he
fourth.
did.
I will never go wheeling.
So he
with them.
sat there, and he goes like, he sits there, and what does he threaten to do? He threatens, he goes, and Lee, I'm not going down that. I'm going to take my keys, and I'm going to throw them in the woods. And I was like, then I'm going to leave your ass. I'm sorry.
Because here's the thing.
Bold choice.
Bold move.
I just sat there, and at that point, I was just going to dare him.
Yeah.
I can't win. Nobody's gonna win. It's going into the woods. We're all
Nobody
not gonna
loses
win.
but you. You lost your
are the only
keys.
person that loses.
And I
So,
thought for a while he at
this-
least brought
hey,
a spare. He did not.
No.
So
You
everybody
literally
understands.
threw your keys in the woods?
This to you, hey, real
I
quick,
almost.
I need you to understand. This is something you guys do as a podcast, and every once in a while as friends and hang out. This is my fucking daily.
Yeah.
This is what I do for a job every day, and I love my job, but sometimes I feel like choking people.
Yeah. It's the best.
And it makes me sad Justin's not here because, I mean, he is equally as great at his job and equally an idiot.
Oh, yeah. I'm not going to lie.
Actually,
Justin's
I say
pretty
idiot.
derpy.
I do want to see Sterling with Justin now.
Oh, man, it's phenomenal.
I don't like
But they can't, yeah, Bullwinkle. But,
Just, what do you want me to? I hate that guy. Like,
no, you don't. You guys are buddies.
That just reminded me of The Office.
It does.
Who's
Dude,
holding this cup
oh
up?
my God, they are Dwight and Michael. I don't know which one's which. We come up with so many ambiguously gay, like awesome combos for them. We just can't figure out which one's which. They're just Cock Holiday and Derp. Was it Derp Holiday and Cock?
What?
White?
Are you okay?
No, I'm not. Have you? It's
Wyatt Derp and Cock.
That's it. Thank you. From Mock.
And I've never even heard this before.
God, he's such an asshole to you.
I don't care.
Does he treat you like this at home?
Hey, what happens at home stays at home.
Pink your nipple.
It's okay.
Pink your nipple.
This is why he's getting so pissed because he knows it's true. That's why he's getting. Oh, you're blushing.
You haven't
too.
seen?
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
You haven't seen those videos? Those
What videos? Hold on.
Yeah.
What are you
Mock?
talking about?
MAHK makes fun of Chevy. Oh, this YouTube stuff. I don't
Well.
want to know. So, but anyway, but to answer your question, so what was the question? Just joking. I think we started too early.
Never mind,
We're
I
gonna
watched-
circle back.
We're going to circle back
Yeah.
with you.
We're gonna circle back on that.
I
But
think
no,
we were
in-
talking about the
I need to consult with
Omicron.
my counsel.
No, what we're talking about is there's between
It's
first
okay.
vocal
I got the Autobat vaccine. It's okay.
Autobot.
Optimus Prime version.
Exactly.
Autobots.
I am Lur of planet Omicron Persei.
So when does Megan Fox show up? That's my question.
She's banging that homeless guy.
Who isn't? Wait, what happened?
That one guy. Well, he looks homeless.
Pete Davidson?
Maybe.
Wait, I thought she was banging the dude from 90210.
No,
we
Machine
talking
Gun
about?
Kelly.
Yeah, that homeless guy.
That's a guy.
Yeah.
This isn't a pop culture podcast, guys.
It
This
is
is
now.
a hunting
Because I'm a
podcast.
70-year-old woman, so I have no clue.
So, but we were talking about first focal plane, second focal plane, right? So that's the thing is that's why the first focal plane is more expensive is because there's more glass and it's more accurate. at
There's a
all
difference. You
distances.
should look it up.
Google. We will actually have videos on that.
I have friends that own a scope
So,
company.
to any of our serious listeners, please Google this to educate yourselves.
but no-
We've
but-
tried to make it through that explanation for the past 20 or 30
But
minutes.
honestly,
I'm
though,
sorry. You know,
our
it's Abe's
YouTube-
fault.
We actually got
Some
the
of us drink
explanation
for a living.
40
simple.
minutes ago.
Yeah, so no,
We've
but
been
we're-
How's it
circling around
explain it again?
Can
First focal
I'm being
plane.
an
Well, I
idiot.
gave
No,
the
no,
explanation.
no,
and
I wanna
Sterling
hear
was
this.
like, "You
I
talk
want to
too
hear
much."
this. Pop quiz. Punk.
I
First
knew
focal
this
plane.
before.
He did. He explained this on the last podcast, actually.
First focal plane,
Are
you
you-
use your zoom
I
doesn't
thought you were
change your
doing
reticle.
Jared.
Second focal plane, your reticle changes with your zoom. That's
backwards.
it.
That's backwards.
Is
Yeah,
it?
Oh.
But you were right. Hey,
Paint your own nipple.
You were right. You just backwards.
Yeah.
But anyway, so but
Dumbness is leaching into me.
Austin Brown left the building.
Loser.
hey, but free. But, I love how he's holding the microphone in place.
He's doing his job.
He is. I'm
He's
gonna-
two
I
steps away
understand
from
the
singing.
assignment.
Hey, we should go with the boom mic and just put it over his head.
Yes. Just
That's basically what he's gonna add to it is background chuckles.
You know,
I'm gonna take that laugh and I'm gonna duplicate it a bunch, and that's gonna be our laugh track on the podcast. Now. It's just his, but like multiple laugh track, different pitches.
And
That's
all
it,
of your
dude. I got
podcasts.
it.
Hey, for going forward.
This
please
is
do.
it.
Hey,
I
can
got
you-
this.
Can I please have that as my ringtone? Can
For
you send
sure.
that to me?
I'll
as
make
my
it.
ringtone?
we all require
I got
that
you
as a
guys.
ringtone now.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah. We might actually put that in our app when you miss.
I'm not gonna. Here's the thing.
If you get a new notification on your phone, you hear that? Yeah.
Yeah, I can already see this. Welcome to Accufire.
Yeah, it's gonna be our ringer.
That's
when you
two steps
I
away
gotta
from
tell you this.
Pillsbury
So,
Doughboy.
so one of the guys that shoots with us, Josh, he's one of those guys that's just super chill the whole time. He's like, so I aim my gun and I hit that target, and that's what you do. That's just the way. That's his
That's a
mentality.
good Clint Eastwood right
That's just
there.
that's just the setup.
Bro.
But this guy, I swear to God, he comes
I
up
wish
with
he
big
would
one
be
liners.
what he is.
We're sitting here at Mama T's Road to Ruin, which is actually the name of the restaurant in Logan, New Mexico. Yes, it is called Mama T's Road to Ruin. I'm not making that up.
Paco Dominguez.
Paco Dominguez.
So
It's a restaurant in Edgewood.
we get there,
West Point.
and Sterling's trying to leave this girl a message on the receipt, right? So or a card, and so he's writing. this
Oh, he
thing,
just rolled
and
his eyes.
He's like, what do I say to her? Keep in mind, the whole night, all you heard was over and over and over and over all day long. Okay, so we sitting there, and then that's how that's how they bonded. So we sat there, and I told him, I was like, hey, you know, he's like, oh, what do I write on my card? What do I write on my card? Josh, without missing a beat, he goes, I don't know. How about he? Doesn't fucking crack a smile, nothing. Just he. That's all it is.
It worked. She goes,
It
"This
did
is my
work.
tip."
She did. And I said,
Straight.
just the tip. I yelled that out of my car.
Yeah, we're a bunch of grown men.
we're children. So.
But you know that's the difference.
So, this is
Corn Pop's one bad dude.
like, first focal plane versus second focal plane. It's where we come back to.
Did you just compare me to Joe Biden?
A more
Bro.
serious question.
You know, anybody. I just want to put this out there. Everybody who's listened to
Trouble
this
in
podcast
paradise.
now, everybody who's listened to this podcast now is going, I have no idea what the difference between first focal
Hey,
plane and second
here's
focal
here's the good thing about it. If you do listen to this podcast, they're used to it.
plane. Oh, okay.
No doubt. And I feel like there should be some sort of a, if you can then write us and tell us what the difference between first focal plane and second focal
Nobody
plane is.
writes
We'll
us.
give
We've
you a-
asked
we'll
people to
literally
email
give
us
you an
all the
Accufire
time.
swag pack or
That's not true.
Oh,
There's a
yeah.
couple-
Sticker.
We had the one guy. The one
Yeah,
dude.
we'll give you a
He-
swag pack.
We know who he is.
Hey,
We didn't ask him.
You know
If
who you
anybody
are.
writes a letter to Stormwater Creek, we will give
No,
you an
you-
Accufire
Yeah, you
swag
have to
pack.
write a letter though, not DM
Yeah.
us. Write a letter.
Spray it.
It
It needs to be
It
sprayed
is
with perfume. or
41601 P.O. Box, Snarland, Maryland.
You started off so strong,
You shut
dude.
everybody up with that, and
You
then
started
failed
so
at the end.
strong, man.
Snarland, Maryland? I thought that was going to kill.
You had it.
Yeah, but you
All you gotta
finished
do is
it.
rattle off like a 9153 and everybody would have believed you and send it off to
Just-
some
You should
random
have thrown
Now, if
the,
you
the
wanna-
Scruff McGruff, dude. Chicago, Illinois, 60652. Boom.
God, I'm fucking so stupid.
You're too young. You don't know Scruff McGruff.
Scruff McGruff.
What was?
The crime dog. Yeah.
Oh my God.
It takes a bite out of grind, bro.
You'd
You
be
gotta do his
surprised.
voice.
Sterling
Even I
knows
know
more
that.
about history than he does about.
Are you sure? Are you guys sure that anybody listens to this?
By this point, no.
Yeah. An hour and 42.
So
over
everyone
the
has shut
hardcore.
this off now.
I'm dead already.
I'll tell you this, my brother's turned it off because his child is in the car and he's already
Yeah.
been like,
Had
nope,
enough.
nope,
Had
nope. No, he already learned enough bad words. I taught my nephew that whenever his parents were doing something that he didn't like, you should just say, "Why are you brutalizing me?" And,
Oh, this is a great story.
He really did.
so one day my sister-in-law, who never calls me, and I was like, "Hey, everything all right?" She's like, "Everything is all right. I'd like to tell you what your nephew did in school today." And I was like, okay. And I was like, okay. And she was like, well, they were trying to put him down for a nap, and he looked up at his teacher and says, "Why are you brutalizing me?" And so I got a phone call about why he asked why he was being brutalized to be put down for a nap.
Did they answer the question?
Oh, they explained that he has a dumbass fucking uncle. And, that's,
His
it was
uncle's
my
kind of
fault.
an alcoholic, and
Yeah.
you know.
Hey, you know what's really?
We have to go there every 10 years for Christmas.
Damn, that was a good long one, dude. He usually just goes 3 cadences. That one has at least 5.
And we got Muttley joining us here too now.
Sterling, for the record, that's a normal laugh when you just laugh hard and you wheeze.
He gets to that point. Yeah, he gets to that point.
I need you to continue to do it so I can mimic it. I'm working on it. I'm trying.
It's more of a.
Stephanie's gonna love this.
It's gotta come out your nose.
It's up in here
Nasal.
somewhere. It's
Nasal.
got to be
I can't do
painful.
It's extra nasally.
It has
Hey.
to come from the back of your head.
So here's the thing that also takes. You evidently have to snore louder than anyone that God has ever allowed to walk this earth.
This guy wins that. Oh,
Dude.
Jesus!
All
I
our
was gonna
fat
murder him.
Sales managers at my job.
Dude, I've had roommates. I've had people that have made me in the military. You don't choose your your bunk mates. So I've had people that made me sleep on concrete in the bathroom.
Underway.
Beside the point. Why are you bringing that up?
They're
right
so in love with each other.
now? Hey, hate is
The
gonna hate.
sexual tension is real.
Oh,
Palpable.
but
We
anyway,
can get real on the podcast
We got a
for
whole
a
Ross
second.
and Rachel thing going on here.
These two are in love.
Play at all.
it's more Dharma and Greg, but you can go fuck yourself. That's fine. But anyway, so the first time that him and I go on the road trip together, he's like, "Dude, I'm telling you a story." I was like, "That's fine. I've been around people. No big deal." He sleeps from here to the baseboard, so 3 feet away from me. Dude, it's so bad. There's a ceiling fan that's about to come off at this Airbnb. I turn it up on high, so it just goes ga 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 ga. So it sounds like someone's about to die in my room. But at least it's not him snoring. It's so bad. So now the rule is if he can't get his own separate basement
You
or
need
house,
some nasal strips, bro.
it
You
does.
a back sleeper?
No, it's
No, side.
no. Here's the problem: is he needs to lose weight.
I'm jiggly.
Damn.
It's not actually the nasal passage.
Come lift weights with us.
It's a flow.
This is the best podcast I've
So,
ever
but here's the thing.
Hey, Sterling, do you want to go lift weights?
Come lift. I work at the Farmers Branch Rec Center down the street, dude. Come work out.
I'll try.
You're
it.
as cute as you look.
I got Jared started.
Yeah, dude. Come do some squats,
What's
bro.
this
We got
supposed to
this.
Hey, what time do y'all
What
work
do you
out?
mean?
Oh, I get up at 5 to go to the gym.
Oh, dude, he's here at 5:30.
That's fine.
You
like,
can be.
not
Don't
Down
let you
the
be
street.
30 minutes.
Dude,
an hour
if you
later.
I'll
Absolutely.
say this right now.
Whoa,
If you go work out,
Whoa.
Since we're working here on image improvement, what we're gonna do is this, okay?
I don't image. I just want you to breathe when you
if you
sleep.
have any ladies that listen to this, Sterling's looking for a date.
Yeah.
I can promise you 2 things.
Farming him out.
You
Two
hear that,
things.
ladies?
2 things.
He's
1,
aggressive.
there are
If
no
you
women
like-
listening to this who's not related or married to someone sitting at this table. 2, if they are listening to this, they're probably not looking for people like Sterling.
If you like chubby. Well, I mean,
No. Or,
To be fair-
or anybody.
Else.
To be fair, any of our wives are not listening to this
Sterling chasers
podcast.
go
Yeah.
both ways.
No, I'm just joking. I'm not trying to alienate any of your users, but I mean,
Users. That should be what they are. Because
listeners.
people aren't crack for listening to this.
If you've made it this far,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
If you've made it this far,
congratulations.
Stop.
you lack morals like
Get
us.
some help.
Please go buy some sweaty balls.
Michael Jordan gift.
We would like to
Stop
know
it.
how
Get some
rehab's
help.
going for you.
No, this is what the CIA is using to interrogate people, listening to us banter.
We're definitely being played to a terrorist right now who they need to figure out the location of the bomb. And that keeps getting played on a repeat. They've isolated that.
And he's holding the mic like he's in an 80s rock band. We need to throw that over some metal music too, dude.
That's the milkshake.
That's milkshake. No, that's night boners.
That's definitely night boners.
That is night
That
boners.
is night boners.
Oh shit. Well, thanks for coming, guys.
Yeah,
One more time and Sterling explodes into confetti.
yes.
Oh, dude.
Do you remember Big Trouble in Little China when that dude gets all puffy and then blows up, dude? Oh my god.
I was
Oh,
thinking
that
more of like
reference. Yes.
Kingsman 2, where their heads pop at the end.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
God.
Are you gonna try to shoot my head off?
No,
I
here's
think
what
that's
here's
he
what
was-
everyone needs.
You can't make this up.
Sterling had a sticky note for a while
heard a
that
lot of
said
good
that I'm
storytellers
going to
in my
take. He basically, he's such a little Eeyore, and that's why I call him Firefish. And he's so sad all the time. And my life's so horrible. Is it?
It was supposed to be a joke for myself, and then y'all like found it and then
Yeah.
started using it against
First
me.
mistake. Let me
He
tell
said
you
he was
what.
gonna-
Rule
he
number
said
one,
he's gonna-
let these people know
Hey,
fucking
take
nothing.
this dude, have a business lunch. Let him know. Show him the ropes,
Exactly.
man.
Oh.
You didn't work at Lego. You were Lego. That's.
Oh no, he is Lego. That's why he's building a Lego full size Incendus in the front out of Lego.
Genius. This one here likes Legos, by
Who,
the way.
who doesn't?
Me.
That's what I'm saying. Who doesn't?
Yeah. Who doesn't?
You don't like Lego?
What do you mean? What,
Look at him.
love
Look
Lego?
at him.
Wait a minute. Who
Taking up
doesn't?
arms real quick. You back up off him. He's
Don't
special.
talk to my wife that way.
Time out. My wife's at home. This is my man.
This is my side piece.
Don't talk to my slam piece.
Oh, look at the time. Time to hit the old dusty trail.
Yes. Yes.
Oh my God.
Brandon, what do you mean? Who doesn't?
And he's
Who
with the
doesn't love
headset.
Lego?
You always make fun of me for liking my Lego.
No,
Everybody here.
I enjoy making fun of you for
Alright.
literally anything, but
That's
I love
it.
Lego.
We're fucking done.
Time out. Who in this office has got more Lego from than anybody else?
Is
That's
Lego
good
like a
point.
street
Yeah.
term? For
Yeah, I
something?
think Lego.
That's how you say Lego. Back,
Like,
back.
why are you calling it? How have you
Interconnecting
got?
blocks?
Who
Have you gotten any Lego? Like,
What else
yeah.
would you say?
I don't know. Legos. Like
Legos
It's
is
not plural,
correct.
it's like-
That's not correct.
Oh, whoa!
Whoa!
Get him!
Shut your mouth, Abe.
You shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
Lego blocks, Lego sets.
Hey,
Lego
you almost
bricks,
pissed off your
but
boyfriend
it's
over
not
there.
Legos. It's Lego.
Sides are being chosen. Prepare
Lego.
yourself.
Hey, Sterling, let go of it.
Oh. 80s rip off Lego Mago.
Turn his mic off. He can't say anything. He's done.
That's called Duplo.
Hey,
Thank you
but
very
hey,
much.
but from a very serious note, I wanted to tell
First
you
vocal
guys
plane, second vocal.
that too. But you know, I met you guys 2 years ago. Lots changed the company. You guys have been supporters of the company from day one, and I really appreciate. Or since day one for Ann Lee and myself. You know, I really appreciate all the support you give us and spreading the word. You know, it's something that we've put a lot into this. You know, we're joking around having a good time tonight, and we are in good spirits here because things are going outstanding for us, right? For the first time ever, we have constant orders coming in. You know, things are going really well for a long list of reasons, mostly because we've worked our ass off to build outstanding products.
Yeah.
Marketing's working for us. But I want to tell you guys thank you from, like I said, that's why I want to bring you guys out here. You know, we want to have everybody hang out, cook some fajitas, and have a good time.
Yeah.
Because we appreciate you guys, backing us since, Ann Lee and I kind of took this thing on and have been, busting our ass to rebuild it. And, I mean, frankly, I believe 2023 Accufire will be a household name. And every real shooter will own our stuff.
It's been
I
fun to
believe that.
watch. I'll tell you that.
I appreciate
from
that,
our
man.
perspective, it's been fun to watch what you guys have done and what you've done and all the things that have come out. And I think if you haven't listened to this and said, hey, I'm just going to go give something a try, you should absolutely go to like the Texas Safari, the Dallas Safari Club show. If you're here in Dallas,
Is that the next one?
that'd probably be the first one.
So I'll say we won't have a booth there, but we'll be present. Here's the thing I'll tell you. We welcome people to come by here.
Okay.
Call us. We have a customer service number.
You can
Call
take
us.
Dart here.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
just never know what you're going to get, though. Like, for example, we're remodeling today.
Yeah.
You may
We're at a
watch
dining room
Sterling,
table. Yay.
tied to a wall being shot with.
Okay, first of all,
bullets.
we're too lazy to tie any knots. I'm just going to duct tape them.
And also, frankly,
That was the picture I had in my mind, and I'm glad that we
and
connected.
I'm not even gonna. Do you think he can move fast? I don't have to duct tape or tie him to anything.
You just,
These guns are fast and I'm fast, so we're good.
you get him in a spiral.
Yeah.
I feel like it's also the noise like a Siberian husky could make. The same noise that he's making.
Hey, time out.
He's
Time
going to
out.
get a
Time
voiceover
out.
in The Life of Pets or something
Time
like that.
out. Hey, what kind of dog did you just get this week?
I got a Siberian Husky.
Oh my God.
So you guys just do that back and forth to each other when you get home.
That's how they find each other. It's their beacon.
Why isn't it up here? Why isn't it the shop dog?
Well, one.
Technically.
Do you see how dirty this place is currently? Do we need a dog here?
Yeah, that dog's just going to eat everything in the ground.
It will chew everything.
How old is it?
It's like a year.
Are you shipping it off to school?
No.
A husky? To do
No.
what? Be a sled dog?
No, to be obedient.
Yeah, that's true.
No. It,
3 months of boot camp?
Hold on, we need to ship him
Airsoft.
off to school first.
Yeah,
Okay?
Just both of them. It's cool.
it knows stop.
Since Sterling-
That's about it.
Yeah.
Stop.
Seriously,
stop and
there needs to
turn
be an Accufire shirt that says #Free Sterling on it.
I tell you what, man, I'll get you a
I
shot
am
collar,
Sterling.
Sterling. I'll get you a
I've
shot
got-
collar.
Hashtag I am
I've
Sterling.
got one I'll bring if we're going to practice on.
Yeah, why not? You
Hey,
know?
hashtag
Instead
we
of
are
like-
all Sterling.
Instead of like we are Groot, it's
Yeah,
we are Sterling.
You're speaking his language. So he's supposed to be working on a tactical doughboy. That's going to be him. He is the tactical doughboy. He is, I mean, nothing tactical about him, but he is
Not yet.
But
Just
it's
like
yet.
drawing one.
Not yet.
it's. I want to make it a patch. It's coming.
We also have
I
we
want
have
that
an
patch.
Accufire coming.
I'm so.
So I have a tattoo I want to get. I can't find a good reference, and I don't. The guy I want to do
We
it.
are going sidetracked right
Yeah, we
now.
are.
Yeah, screw it. We're there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so
Yeah,
thinking
we're
about
way
that.
off subject.
I think this entire podcast we've answered two
I tried
things.
to end this 30
Rifle
minutes ago.
And second focal plane, first focal plane.
Yeah.
And I don't even think we answered that one.
And then I destroyed it at the end.
You didn't destroy. You got
did,
it
you
backwards,
did a
but
great
still
job.
got it right.
Destroyed it.
I mean,
No, you.
I just like the confidence in
you ruined it.
destroying.
Yeah, you were pretty fucking confident on that one.
It was adorable.
Own it.
Love
So you know what?
wrestling?
The claymation Rudolph.
Yeah.
What's the explorer guy's name?
I
Come on.
Cornelius.
Yukon Cornelius.
Rip Van Winkle.
I want
No,
to.
Yukon
I want a
Cornelius.
Yukon Cornelius.
John
like,
Jacob
with a-
Jingle
with a
Horseman.
kit.
okay.
Send him a picture after SHOT Show.
And you can find some of them, but the
That's
pictures are kind of shitty.
Yeah.
But I want
Not
that. I
touched.
want that.
If anybody sends Sterling a damn thing before SHOT Show, I will find you and Liam Neeson your ass.
Oh yes.
He's
If you
gonna
don't know what
take
SHOT Show is,
He's
Google
gonna-
it.
accepted.
He's gonna take in you.
Don't do it.
I
dude.
want to be lightsaber. Oh wait, wrong movie.
Yeah. I'm all about Sterling being creative, but if anybody bugs him for a SHOT Show,
When is SHOT Show?
end of January.
What
I
is
just
that?
need you to send me a
is
high-res
SHOT Show?
ping of the
What
simple
is SHOT
logo
Show?
so I can make stencils to
Steve.
tattoo everybody.
Hey,
Okay.
gentlemen, we're about to demonstrate how durable one of our scopes
Yeah.
is.
Hey, and also,
There goes my
if
demo.
any of your listeners are going to be at SHOT Show or the Great American Outdoor Show, please come look us up. We've got a badass booth we put a lot of work into. It's freaking. I'll show y'all pictures real quick. I'll pass it around quick. But we put a lot of work into our booth this year because surprisingly that means a lot.
Well, like I said, just Google Accufire technology. You guys
Anywhere
will
you go,
find-
Accufire Tech. I mean,
yeah,
this. If
you'll
you
find
look
them
up
on the
any
internet,
social
you'll find them on
social
SHOT
network,
Show. That's pretty impressive right there.
so we've
Show
got.
off some product.
And here's the thing: you go to our YouTube.
Fucking guy.
For real, go to our YouTube, Accufire Tech. We're gonna have videos coming out.
That's
That's
a
what
booth.
this room. That's the main reason the remodel tomorrow is to redo this room so we can do videos.
Yeah.
So we'll be doing constant videos. We'll do a thermal versus night vision. We'll do a first focal plane versus second focal plane.
You guys gonna be live on cam?
Yeah, we've actually got a really good camera setup here. We just haven't done it, dude.
He's-
It's funny how the person who
Guys
talks
are
the most
live
about
on cam,
derailing
you know?
derails the most.
Oh, it's
Always.
he's a wrecking ball.
I came in like a wrecking ball.
Oh, hang on, DMC.
What the fuck's
We're
in
done
this?
here.
I
We're
thought this
done
was
here.
tea.
We're done here.
Do we
You
drink?
guys pointed
Hey, do you
me.
realize
You
you need to
lost
take a
me at
picture of this
Miley
shit? We
Cyrus.
drank 2 bottles
Yeah, I've been taking
of
pictures.
moonshine.
on the
Those are
way.
jars.
Hey, thank you guys for coming.
Yeah, we're done
Nostra
here.
Stormwater Creek is the best. Grinch, the captain, Abe, the helper, Jordan, the problem solver. I hope you like